Oh, the Galveston, best of Galveston.
Oh yeah.
How we want to weasel our way in. YouTube, are you there? Probably.
Audio.
Probably hear
Recording.
everything I say.
And then
We're live.
ready?
I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on the YouTube. Sure. We got a minute 16, but I'm ready to rock and roll. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, everybody? 8:34 right now. It's Thursday. I'm feeling a burst of energy, and it's because of a couple things. I think it's because I just chugged a bunch of cold water. I'm not doing caffeine, but I have found that cold water is pretty refreshing. Sounds funny, but yeah. Amen to that.
Amen.
So did anybody see that article we shared about McDonald's having an apple pie McFlurry? I can't remember the last time I had a McFlurry, but I feel like if I was to ever get one again, I would have to go and get me an apple pie McFlurry. Who doesn't like McDonald's apple pie? I'm sure that there are people out there. Also, something else, the Best of Galveston nominations have recently been posted, so you can go and nominate the Best of Galveston. We saw Chef Mary Bass has been open to nominations. She's like running 5 years in a row for like Best Chef and some other things. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Right now, it is 8:36. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And this right here is the best way you can start your day every day. This is your new routine. We like to think of people that hang out with us, you listening in your car, watching on Facebook. You're part of our family. And whenever you join our Facebook family, we try and look out for one another. It's fun. I love having a huge family. People that I consider friends and just getting to know people. I love when people can interact, call in, send a text message to our radio station. You can do that right now. Curt, what is our number? Sometimes I forget.
Our number is 346-704-1806. Again, that's 346-704-1806. One of the things that we're talking about today is Labor Day weekend plans. If you have your plan set and you know what you're doing, we want to hear from you. Give us a call, give us a text. That number is 346-704-1806.
I love it. Something else that we're going to be talking about to start this show is McDonald's. Has anybody been to McDonald's lately? I know you like McDonald's. You like McDonald's, right?
Yeah, sure.
You don't like McDonald's?
I don't go very often to McDonald's. I'd rather, if I'm choosing like a fast food restaurant,
okay,
I'm choosing Wendy's.
I got you. So growing up, did you have McDonald's?
Yes.
Okay, so They have McDonald's in Nebraska. Check.
I worked at a McDonald's for like a month.
How old were you?
18.
Awesome. Did it teach you some good skills, some responsibility?
Well, it was funny because obviously, how best do I put this? They were sad when I said I was no longer going to work there because they're like, you're our best employee that we've ever had.
What? You were the best employee?
Oh, yeah. It was great.
That's awesome.
The manager was like, oh my gosh, like you would sweep and you would mop and like you knew, like you jumped on the register and I didn't have to train you on how to push buttons.
You know what?
Like, yeah.
I wish that one day I will be able to look at you face to face and say, Curt, you know what? You are the best employee at KHEA Radio, but we're striving for you to get there. And it's always good to have goals.
I feel like maybe I need to leave for you to do that. Be like, oh my gosh.
I want to be able to say that while you're still here. Be like, Curt, wow, we value you. We value your hot dog suit, which is done being cleaned at the cleaners, by the way. Shout out to Pilgrim's Cleaners in Lamarck, sending an email notification to Mr. Curt.
Yes, we got the hot dog suit. Let's jump back really fast to McDonald's. I have to say the hardest part about working at McDonald's was if you messed up an order, it went into this pile of food that was like messed up orders. And so you're like, ooh, I can eat this.
Sure.
So it was hard because
you just ate all the food.
I was eating like McChickens and chicken nuggets, and I don't know how you get messed up a chicken nugget, but they were always in the freaking thing.
Do you think that people would mess up the chicken nuggets on purpose? Like maybe be like, oops, this one kind of like you like have a little knife and you just like cut the edge. This one has a cut in it. I'm just going to set this 20 piece of chicken nuggets over here.
It was more so like my germs. Ooh, I actually touched that with my hands.
Wow.
Sorry. I guess I got to put it in my mouth.
Shake my head. So we're talking a little bit about McDonald's. We shared out an article this morning. Apparently McDonald's has released the plan for an apple pie McFlurry. I've had McFlurries before. I remember when they came out, and it kind of blew my mind. It was like, wow, an Oreo McFlurry. You're going to take this ice cream. It's almost like a little bit thicker than like a shake. It's like a not quite a sundae. You know, it has more texture, but they would mix like Heath Bar, Snickers. Now they decided, hey, we're gonna step it up a notch. People like our apple pie. People like our McFlurry. They always order the two. Why not combine them together so that way people don't have to, and I quote, hack the menu. That's what the article kind of stated that we shared out this morning.
Who is going to McDonald's, though, at this moment and saying, hey, I really want a McFlurry and I really want apple pie? And
at
then,
this moment, I don't know.
Because
like for breakfast, it doesn't seem like that's what people would go to. But McDonald's breakfast, okay, I understand that. McDonald's breakfast, man, it's good.
McDonald's breakfast is amazing. The pancakes.
Whew. Yep.
They had a breakfast bar, like at the McDonald's that in Nebraska, that you could go and like get pancakes and eggs and waffles and everything else. It was like a buffet. It was awful.
That's cool. That's pretty cool. So the way that the McDonald's is going to roll this out is they are going to only allow, I think it's Uber, like Uber Eats or one of the other food delivery services. It's only going to be available for like till September 3rd or 4th if you order through that app, through that eating delivery service app. Then after that date is over, which I think it was September 3rd or 4th, they're going to release it. They said nationwide at every McDonald's, it's going to go straight on the menu, become like a permanent item until further notice. So that's kind of neat.
Are they going to have to make sure that the ice cream machine is always working?
Oh, yeah.
Because have you seen that? Like people are like, I go to McDonald's and their ice cream machine is broken.
Yeah, for me, it was another fast food place. I won't even say it, but I remember the ice cream. They were known for their ice cream, but it was always on the fritz, you know, and I don't know what all that entails, but I hope that all the McDonald's around the world are getting the ice cream machines, the McFlurry machines like primed. They're getting them pumped. They're making sure that they're running smooth so that way it'll be easy sailing.
You know, the one thing that I really know for a fact of an ice cream machine that is never broken.
Okay.
Gringos.
Yeah.
I go there every day and get a free ice cream cone and then just walk out.
Just walk out. It's free, right?
Gringos. Shout out to your ice cream machine that is never broken.
Yep. So there's something else we want to talk about. You are listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Right now it's 8:42. We're broadcasting live from beautiful Lamarck, Texas, right here in Galveston County. We love being able to go out into the community, do some fun stuff. Speaking of going out into the community, Galveston has released the first round of nominations where people are allowed to nominate the Best of Galveston Awards. It's pretty prestigious. I saw that I think it was like the Houston Chronicle called it like the Grammys of the Gulf Coast or like the Oscars of the Gulf Coast. I saw that in their write-up, which I was like, wow, that sounds awesome. I've always wanted to win a Grammy. You probably wanted to win an Oscar.
I've always won a Grammy.
You've always won a Grammy.
Always.
You've won one every year?
I am the world-class singer.
Okay. Was that the end of the thought?
Yes.
You're throwing me off of there. So we saw Chef Mary Bass. She shared out the article saying like, hey, the nominations are open. She's won, I believe, like best chef and, you know, best caterer and some bakery stuff before in the past, like multiple years running. So I saw her name on there a couple times. She was even nominated for best Snapchatter, which I don't follow her on Snapchat. Do you?
No, but I'm going to start following her.
Yeah, if you're nominated for best Snapchatter. And okay, let me just say that again. There is a category for best Snapchatter. There is a category for best like public, like printed article, magazine. There's best website. There's best DJ. There's best musicians. But there's something that I felt was missing.
Best radio.
There was not a best radio station. How can you leave
out radio and not allow KHEA to have a category that we can enter ourselves in? Best videos, best giveaway videos. That could be a category.
First of all, tone it down.
I'm so mad.
Tone it down. I think it's going to be okay. There was not a best radio station. They could even put like a best like entertainment and then like generic, and it's like, oh, that could be multiple things. But did we reach out to them yet?
I have called. I called maybe like 8 times yesterday. I blew up their phones. I want answers today.
Did they block your number yet?
Probably.
Man. So if you have an in to the people running the Best of Galveston, we just want to ask, if anything, we'd love to bring them in and talk about where the award started, where the idea came from, and what if in the future, one day, maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 30 years from now, they would maybe possibly add radio station in there. Give us some love.
It's not too late. It's not too late for them to change the categories and add best radio station.
I don't think so, because it was just released yesterday, as far as I know, like the nominations. And also, they're not going to announce the winner of the entire thing till like December, like late December. So first there's the nominations, then nominations close, then you're actually allowed to vote. The top 5 nominations are going to be on the list, so you'll be able to select 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it closes in December. They announce the winners. So there you go.
I put in a nomination on every category for KHEA Radio.
You did?
I did. I went through and just said KHEA Radio. So we have best Snapchat, even though we don't have a Snapchat.
No, but we could.
I did like best food, KHEA Radio, best restaurant.
Well, we showed the best food. We go to some of the best food
haircuts.
places. Oh yeah, best haircut.
Easy.
1, 2, right here. Me and you. Bam. Done. I think so.
I'm so mad. Like when I saw that they didn't have a category for radio, and now Chef Mary Bass did say on the link yesterday, she was like, well, you're kind of the only radio station. And I'm like, true. So we should get award by default, right?
Well, see, I don't know, because there are a ton of radio stations that reach to Galveston. So technically they could be the best radio station that most Galvestonians like. And I feel like that's fair.
There's only one station that Galvestonians like.
Well, that's what we want to prove. We wanted to see, and that's where we raised the question. Like let them pick anybody. You can nominate anybody you want to, and why not just have KHEA Radio available to be a nomination as well?
I did see that somebody said best website for KHEA Radio. I did see a post that had a picture and it said best website KHEA Radio. So people are voting for us.
What? Someone voted for us that wasn't us?
Yes. It was awesome. I was like, touche.
Do we know who it was? And
yes.
They deserve a prize.
They do. It was AD Jewel.
What's up, AD? Thank you for that. We appreciate that. And we appreciate your partnership and SDVA Solutions helping us out in all kinds of ways. Even every day, there's like a new layer, a new page turn. We're like, oh, AD helped us there. We didn't even know. AD helping behind the scenes, not even asking for anything in return, but we appreciate that. It's 8:47 a.m. It is Thursday morning. Thursday morning, it means like we're almost to Friday. It's Friday Junior, and it's pretty much the weekend. And I'm excited about today. I'm excited about the rest of the week. We are going to have a guest in studio. During the 10 o'clock hour, we're going to be talking to Mr. Ricardo Daniels. He's a very talented musician. He is a very talented businessman. He's been in sales. He's done some insurance. He's done a little bit of everything. And I'm excited to have Ricardo Daniels in studio where we can talk about, I want to see where it goes, because he has his own insurance agency.
Farmers Insurance.
But he also has a band where he is like an entertainment for the evening. I feel like Ricardo Daniels should be nominated and, one of the best entertainers in Galveston. And that would be fair. It'd be easy. Have you ever seen him perform like some of his stuff?
Yeah, he's really talented. Like, he also does the Heartbreak Hotel stuff.
He does.
And so he's very, very awesome. So I'm excited to hear some more about what he's got planned in the future. Yep.
So he'll be in studio during the 10 o'clock hour. It's going to be a lot of fun. You're listening to KHEAradio.com and 99.5 FM. So on that Best of Galveston post and nomination, there was best website. And I feel like maybe we won't get that category, but we will, because we're doing a rebrand. We're doing a refresh of our website. It's going to be amazing. So I've only been able to peek at it a couple times behind the scenes just to see what we have cooking up, and it's going to be fun. But right now, our website is operational. You can go to KHEAradio.com. From there, you can send us an email, a message. You can actually make a donation to the station, which we appreciate so much. So we're able to keep going out into the community and trying to spread some positivity. See what everybody's up to over here in Lamar, Galveston, Texas City, Friendswood, League City, Clear Lake, Webster, anywhere. We want to know what's going on. So go check out khearadio.com. And if you feel it, hit that sponsor or donate button, and we'll be able to get back with you on how you can help us out. This is 99.5 FM, khearadio.com. Coming up next is Feed, We Shine. This is Kickstart. We're on every weekday, 8:30 to 11. We still have our Skydive Galveston giveaway going on. Go find the video on our Facebook page. Like it. Share the video. Comment on it. Jump from a plane. Easy.
So I just saw this notification, and this is from the Houston Chronicle.
Okay. The
August 24th, 2018. Hurricane Harvey movie gets premiere date of September 22nd.
Mm-hmm.
It started with a exaggerated movie poster and is now actually going to have its debut on the 22nd. Ticket prices are expected to cost around $20. So, director Michael Sterling wrote the original script for the 2-hour film.
So it's scripted? It's not like a documentary?
The movie follows 4 characters navigating the storm's devastation and includes moments inspired by real events, which is cool.
I don't know.
Rick and Samuel Salvador, who lost their parents and 4 great grandchildren when their white van was swept away by the floodwaters, and kind of focuses on some of that stuff.
So you think that's cool?
Yeah, I'm excited to see it. I mean, we're still just in that 1 year.
Nah, I don't want to see it.
Then
like, if it's a documentary showing it, then like, hey.
But then it talked about like Dear and Harvey. We all witnessed kindness. Race wasn't an issue. Neighbors became friends, and strangers became friends. So it's kind of an uplifting movie as well.
I don't know. I don't want to promote it or talk about it, especially when I don't know much about it. But to me, like, if like literally like we lived it, you know, like we saw it, we were there. Do we really need a movie? Unless it's like showing, like documenting this is what happened. This is, you know, some of the things and like the real stuff. But like to have a movie where it's like scripted for entertainment, like, is that entertaining to you? To watch, to learn about people who died, like literally?
No, but I think, you know, one of the things that what it's looking at too is also like some of the uplifting kindness pieces. You know, I think some of the one thing that was said to us a year ago when all of this happened, from a video standpoint, is that people would win awards for their coverage of what took place, not just the devastation, but the kindness that took place afterwards. And so it's, as a videographer, I think seeing the scenes of people helping out people is a huge thing.
But do we really need to script it? Because we have actual videos of people helping people.
It's based on a true story. So
I know I'm saying, but we took videos. You took videos yourself. You know, you've edited video from a year ago and have that. So like, okay, I don't know. Like I said, like I have a hard time getting behind anything because I don't know the person who wrote it, who scripted it. And like, you know, obviously whenever you come out with a movie, the idea is like, we got to make profit, you know, we got to break even. And then hopefully, you know, we get rich. So like, is somebody, and I don't know anything about this person and I haven't done the research. And that's why I have a hard time being like, go see the movie. Cause like, where are the funds going? Are you literally trying to get rich off of people dying? You know, so I don't know. And I don't know, one way or another. It's hard for me to get behind something like that without knowing the information. And it could be a great thing and a great cause. I don't know.
The one thing that, when you look at movies that are based on real situations, such as like, you know, like the Pearl Harbor movie and stuff like that, obviously it's over dramatized in a way to, even though, you know, it was a real event. But
we don't know. Like, I mean, anytime you have to make up a part of it, you know what I mean? Because like Pearl Harbor, there are a lot of stories that happen. It's something terrible, you know, that happened and people lost their lives. But then whenever you like romanticize, like even the Titanic, you know, and then I remember someone saying like, wow, after 9/11, which is terrible, you know, and I don't want to focus too much on this again, but like really, you know, there's profit that's been made on these things, events that are terrible in people's lives, pretty much. So, good morning to y'all. We're talking about a bunch of stuff, and it's been about a year from Harvey. Like on social media, I've seen some reminders like, hey, a year ago you posted this. And so me and Curt, we were up here at Abundant Life passing out food, diapers, water, anything. We had it was estimated about 3 million pounds of supplies, tools, sheetrock, baby supplies, clothes that people donated from the community. Organizations from all around the United States were sending down to us. We were literally in the back of 18-wheelers trying to do everything we could to make sure it got into the right hands. There were individuals that came from all over the state and all over the country to this location and other places around us. A lot of people did some really cool things. I saw some churches in the area were going out, including Abundant Life, going out, ripping out carpet, helping cut out sheetrock, and just people that they knew were family members. Hey, like, my family needs help. We got to help rebuild. Like Melissa, who just said, hey, good morning, Melissa. She was out there doing stuff, making phone calls, networking. What do you need? What can I do? Where can I take this? And just people who would consider themselves, every normal people, everyday people making a difference. Because if me and you don't step up, if Melissa doesn't step up, if everybody's like, oh, every man for themselves, man, it would have been a lot of a more difficult situation. Coming together is what makes a community work.
Yes, I agree with that. It was cool to, even for us at the distribution center here at the church, like, just all the people who helped out and volunteered, people who I've never seen before in my life.
Yeah.
Like, just helping out and making a helping hand, and people that I, to this day, probably will never see again.
Yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm.
That were helping volunteer, like passing out groceries, passing out things, driving all the way from Arizona.
I remember, Lisa Romero.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's one of the people that comes to the church. She sings in the choir here. And I saw her working. So we were working and we were just talking, and, I'm like, how are you doing? Oh, I'm doing good. I'm just trying to help. And then the more we talked, she was like, yeah, talking about how her house flooded. Her house was currently flooded, but she was not at her house. Her house still had water in it. She was here at the church helping organize, distribute, and make sure that other people were getting supplies. She wasn't getting any for herself. She wasn't, there for any other reason than to try and help other people. And it blew me away. And that was awesome. There was a lot of people that were up here like, hey, I'll be okay. I want to make sure that I can help and give back as well. That was pretty shocking. I guess it's hard to put into words, like the feeling that gives you, and it is like the realization, like, wow. But yeah, just normal people helping.
I'm trying to see my memories from
on Facebook. I took some pictures, and at that point, like a year ago, like, I always tried to avoid posting on Facebook. Here now, I'm trying to post a little bit more for whatever reason, but that was one thing. I was like, hey, I have to make a Facebook post, because if there's anybody in the area that needs any of the things that we have here, I want to make sure that they can get it, or if I can get it to them, let's do it. It's 2 minutes till the top of the hour, 2 minutes to 9 o'clock.
So this would have been, we would have just opened up the distribution center today. You were you were driving in.
Yeah, that's why I shared that. That was
morning.
That was my first time to leave my house because we were flooded in, and I was actually kind of worried. I was like, man, I don't want to go out there, because I tried to walk to the grocery store, and then the day before, and actually what I did, I tried to take my car. I took my car out, and I live off of South Shore near there. So I got to South Shore. South Shore's flooded. Someone was actually flashing their lights at me like, turn around, don't try it. So I went back to my house. Then I was trying to see if I could like walk there, and I could have, but it's kind of far, and I would have been like walking through water and then with like groceries and stuff. So what happened is I went and knocked on a neighbor's door. I had never met this neighbor before in my life, but I saw that, I'm not even joking, like a day before Harvey happened, maybe 2 days, he had bought this lifted F-250 that was like sky high. And so I went and knocked on his door. I was like, hey, could you possibly give me a ride to HEB? Have you gone out there yet? He's like, oh yeah, I have. And I had another family that was staying at my house because we didn't know what was going to happen. They lived in Dickinson, and thankfully their house was okay. But we're like, hey, they're saying Dickinson's going to get hit, like hard. Please come and stay. If you need somewhere to stay, you can come stay at my house. So it was a husband and wife. They had 2 dogs and a baby. There was a newborn baby. So they were staying at our house, and I was like, hey, is there any way, like, we need some diapers and we need some other stuff. So the neighbor across the street, I never met him. He gave me a ride to HEB, and he just sat in his car because he was like, oh yeah, I went earlier or something like that. So had a huge list. HEB was nuts. There was a line to wait in to get in. And, but it was just help of a neighbor.
Like, even to, like, when I went to Kroger in Texas City, was like, you had to like wait in line to get in because it was over capacity, and they didn't have much.
Yeah.
When I walked in, I think that's the only time I've ever seen a grocery store bare.
Yeah. Cause a lot of the shipments weren't able to come in. Yeah. So that's why I was like, man, I got to try and get to the church the next day. I was like, I don't know if the water's gone down. There were people saying that they were. I was like, I don't want to get stuck in the water. I don't want to get a flooded car. I don't want to be, stranded in the middle of the road, but I did it. So I went 146. And so I shared a memory on my Snapchat this morning, and like pretty much driving on the side of the road because the water there was like flooded cars I'm passing on the street, like cars that are just like literally flooded.
Because you had to drive through Dickinson to get
here,
right?
146. So 146, there's way, you pass 646 and all that, and that way. But yeah, the water, like just passing flooded cars and going and literally driving like on the shoulder, trying to stay away from the curb and the ditch because the water's still high in certain places. But thankfully, I was able to get here safely and help and let people know. That's whenever me and Curt actually started getting on the radio. So that's kind of what launched our Kickstart show, was, like 3 to a month of helping distribute stuff. We would get on the radio station and tell people, hey, we have a truck coming in with diaper supplies. If you need them, come in, at this time it's going to be here. Hey, we have tools coming in. We have clean clothes. We have canned goods. We even got like the Houston Food Bank had dropped some vegetables, fresh fruit. There was meat, like ribs, like pork, like I'm just like frozen ribs, frozen pork, like slabs of just meat. And it was really cool because even if people didn't have like their house wasn't working, they would be able to throw it on the grill, just fire up a little old smoky, or whatever they're called, and have something that kind of makes you feel normal. And the thing about it, and this is a reminder, that there are still people out there that have not gotten back into their home. There are still people out there that need help. So just be mindful of that. If there's anything you can do to help. We had the Oasis Foundation in with Melissa, who's on the stream the other day. So this is a school for, man, we need to go on. So. Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
It's a beautiful day. Today is Thursday. We're having a lot of fun so far. We're talking about all kinds of things. Right now, me and Curt, we're kind of reflecting a little bit on Harvey and where we were 1 year ago today. And there's a lot. I mean, it's big for a lot of people. It can maybe bring up some emotions. And we were just reflecting on our time starting Kickstart. Whenever me and Curt started the radio morning show, there wasn't any other programming on. This was kind of like the first for KHEA radio. And the way it started was we had a distribution center going on at Abundant Life Christian Center, which is where KHEA radio broadcasts from. And they told us to go get on the radio and to let people know what kind of trucks were coming in. So we had trucks from all over the country. We had individuals coming from, Arizona, from Michigan, from Ohio. There was pastors, there was churches, someone from Las Vegas, people coming in, driving in, people from Florida, coming here to help donate supplies. And then once they donated, what can I do to help? What can I do to help? And so we had a bunch of stuff to make sure that we got out into the community, the people that needed it. So we got on the radio and we were just letting people know.
Yeah, you and I were kind of the first, like, to jump on the radio like we did to let people know. I remember the day we had the ribs and the meat truck come in.
A meat truck.
That it was just kind of cool to sit there and be like, hey, come and get it, because there's plenty. You guys have been through a lot. You know, we down here in like the Dickinson area, like literally like 5 miles from our studio, just got devastated. And to be able to provide to those families in the area and the need, I mean, 3 million pounds of supplies went out of Abundant Life Christian Center.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's crazy to think about.
But there's also, there's other organizations in the area. There's other churches in the area that we saw doing some awesome things. And that's what makes our community. There was individuals, that started nonprofits. Some didn't start nonprofits. They were like, it's okay. Hey, I can help. If someone's looking to donate, if somebody's looking to do something, like, get with me because I can get it plugged in the right area. And that's what a community is. And I love it. But we were also talking about how there are a lot of people that have gotten back to everyday life. There are some people who have, gotten back in their home. Maybe it's not the way that it was before, but it's on its way. There are also people that still haven't had the opportunity to get back into their home. And so that's something we need to remember and not forget, because we still have neighbors who need some help. Earlier this week, we had Melissa and the Children's Oasis Foundation in studio. It's an awesome school. It's a school and an organization that allows for children with autism to be in an environment that is very specific for them. It allows them to have special training and teaching that maybe they'll be able to get in some public schools, but there's not a school like this in our area. It's going to be in Dickinson. They're still trying to get their stuff going again. And me and Curt, we had planned to be there for opening day. I believe it's the 10th. And we'd already put it in our calendars. We're going to be out there because we want to kind of showcase. So if you think, hey, wow, I could help with that. Maybe I know where to get some supplies for building. Maybe I have something that I want to donate. Just reach out to the Children's Oasis Foundation on Facebook. I also saw that they had a cool little spot on I-45 now, which is awesome to see because we need to get the word out.
Yeah, it's kind of cool to see the stuff that they're building. They have big plans, like 34 different classrooms. They're starting out with 2. It was really cool to kind of hear what they're doing in those classrooms to help provide for people in the area that need it.
Yeah, and it is needed. It is something that it's hard to say, but it's like, well, have you thought about that before? Have I thought about that before? Like having a school for that? I haven't, but that's why there's people in our community who have. And if you have a dream, if you have a passion, an idea, run with it. I encourage you right now, if you're waiting for a sign, be like, man, is this right? If it's something positive and it can make a difference and help our community, I encourage you, test it out, run with it. Why not make a difference? That's what we can do. If everybody kind of pieces together and teams together, we can make a difference and help our neighbors, help each other out. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Right now it's 9:08. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
We stream live every weekday, 8:30 to 11 a.m. This is our Kickstart program. It's our morning show. You can pick it up from everywhere in the world at khearadio.com. Or if you're in Galveston County, some parts of Brazoria County, we're looking to expand. Why not? You can go to 99.5 FM. You can listen to your car at work. We want to know, where are you listening? What are you up to today? If you have a story or something you want to let us know about, reach out to us. We're always open to hear. We love to interact with you and know what's going on. We have a phone number. It's 346-704-1806. Give us a call. Send a text. It goes straight to my phone. It goes straight to Curt's phone, and we will get to you. Today, we're going to have a guest in studio during the 10 o'clock hour. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, we're going to have Ricardo Daniels, who is a part of Farmers Insurance. He's going to be coming in talking about all things insurance. So if you have any insurance questions, if you are thinking about changing to a new insurance agency, or maybe you have an issue where you were in a car accident and need to get some help, Ricardo Daniels will be the person that you need to talk to. He's going to be in at 10 o'clock answering questions and talking all things insurance.
Yeah, Ricardo is also a really good performer. So he's a musician. He's very talented. He's a vocalist. He can play pretty much anything that you set him down at. He also has a band that he goes out and does some cool stuff. I think, dare I say, he's one of the top performers in Galveston County.
Best of best?
He should be best of the best. We were talking about that earlier. The best of Galveston nominations have come out, so go check that out. Chef Mary Bass is nominated. Why don't you go nominate like Skydive Galveston? There's so many cool places in Galveston. And I'm so glad as a radio station we've started to explore the island more, because I've lived here for a long time. And I've gone to some of, a lot of the big places in Galveston that, it's known for, but I've been able to find some of the places that I would have never known about if it wasn't for the radio, like Soul to Soul Cafe off of Market Street. I would have never known about Soul to Soul or had the opportunity to meet Miss Cook if it weren't for going to places like we've been doing. There's a lot of them.
It's really funny because people will say, hey, why don't you make this suggestion? Don't you know the places to go? And I'm like, well, you've been here your whole life. And they're like, well, that's what you do on the radio. So you should know.
Yeah, you would think that, right? But no. I'm trying to think, what are some of the other places that should definitely be nominated? Maceo,
LA Kings?
La Kings, the Chocolate Factory, Skydive Galveston. We were able to go to Benno's.
Texas Pit Stop Barbecue.
Oh, yeah,
Best barbecue
in
Galveston, hands down.
Yep.
The sandwich should have been nominated as the best food item on the island. The Casper.
That's funny. Yep, yeah. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. We're going to take a break. Coming up next is Josh Wilson right here on Kickstart, 8:30 to 11 a.m. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM.
Is there a best food category?
I don't think there was, but it's hard to push the Casper,
Why? It's our sandwich.
It's not our sandwich.
It's ours. It's us.
No. Yeah, I wish I would have been all behind. If there was like a Kickstart, like a kicking. Oh, I'm just thinking about it now. I would have been 100% behind it, pushing it.
Kickstart for that sandwich would have been weird because it's not like a kickstart your day sandwich.
Yeah, between if you would have put if it came already with the jalapenos, which eventually got added, and if it had the spicy barbecue sauce on it. Dude, now you could definitely call it a Kickstart.
Maybe you should tell them then. Let's try.
I tried, and you were like, "Nope, the Casper." And then everybody was like, "It's already the Casper."
It was already said, and then I couldn't change it. Don't blame me. Blame.
I blame Curt for all things.
Dude, have you downed that whole bottle already?
No, I was halfway full this morning.
Oh, okay. I was like, dang.
So yeah, I bought this one new, and I still haven't. I bought it. The day before yesterday, but I started drinking yesterday. I didn't finish it because I was drinking water from other places. So I don't think I drank a gallon yesterday, but I went to a restaurant and then I got 3 refills and then I was like, can I have this water to go? And they gave me a to-go cup. And then here I drank some bottles. And so I went out with Pastor Hallam and I ate at Abuelo's Mexican restaurant yesterday. Has anybody seen that video? That was my first time to go to Abuelo's. Have you been yet?
No, I've never even heard
of it. Have you seen it?
No.
So Abuelo's is near
the
Pizza Fire.
Yeah.
Write that down so you don't forget. It's near Pizza Fire and it's near Coco Crepes. Write that down. You're going to forget.
I know where it is now because it's right next to Salada. When I went to get dinner with Dr. Chapa, we went to Salada.
Write Salada down too.
And then I started walking
Write
away.
It down. You're gonna forget.
And I went to Abuelo's. I saw Abuelo's and I was like, "Oh, we're going to Mexican food, right?" And Dr. Chapa looked at me and was like, "Nope, nope."
Yeah, it was good. So they had some salads and stuff on the menu. I still haven't had dairy. I still haven't had grain or caffeine or anything like that. So what I ordered was the Australian sea bass, which I thought was kind of neat. I don't know, because I was like, okay, the first thing that came to my head is this really from Australia? And if so, how long did it take it to get here? Was it frozen?
Oh my gosh.
It's not fresh.
Did that really cross your head?
I promise. And I was thinking like fresh fish because my dad, he's about fresh fish. He's a huge fisherman. He loves to go fishing. You ate some of the fish that he caught this weekend.
Oh, it was so good yesterday. I downed that. And I was like, oh my gosh, can I have some more?
It was speckled trout. And so, like, okay, my dad could tell you the spot where he caught it. I know exactly, whenever he cleaned it. I know how it cooked it because I cooked it myself and then you ate it. So
it was good. Even heated up. It was awesome.
So I had the Australian sea bass. It was awesome. So the way it goes from there is you can pick I got the fish. So the fish, then there's a sauce and then the sides. And it's a side and rice. And I was like, hey, instead of rice, can I have double the veggies? So they did that. And then I was like, I don't want any sauce on top. They did have some sauce, but I just don't know what's in it. And so since we've been cooking for ourselves, I don't know. It's weird, but at least makes you question and wonder, like, what is inside of this sauce? Is there sugar added? What is it? This is KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is the KHEA Kickstart Weather Center brought to you by SDVA Solutions out of Alvin, Texas. This is Curt, probably full of corn, Casper.
It's currently 80 degrees right now in Lamarck, Texas. 86 is your high today. There is a chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Your sunset is at 7:43. Your sunrise tomorrow morning is at 6:55. It's 81 in Houston, 84 Galveston, 82 Pearland, and 80 in Lake City.
That sounds nice. I'm going to be honest. I kind of zoned out halfway through that weather report. Was there any rain?
Yes. This afternoon, 50% chance of showers and thunderstorms.
No, that means there's a 50% chance of no rain. It's a 50% chance of sunshine. I like that.
I'm predicting 50% showers and thunderstorms wherever Gardy is and 50% sunshine wherever Curt is.
Interesting. We're going to be in the same building for most of the day.
Man.
So we'll see how that works. It's going to be raining on like half of the building.
Your half, not my half.
Maybe so. Right now it's 9:16. You are listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM, also available at khearadio.com. This is Kickstart. I am Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And this is your new morning routine. The best way you can start your day every day. I was thinking about guaranteeing it, but I'm just going to let you find out for yourself. So go ahead and make sure that you do that. If you're not liking us on Facebook, you need to like us on Facebook. I want to try and get like 6 new Facebook likes before this show is over. So if anybody has any ideas, if you can help us out, maybe tag a friend who wants to learn about insurance or has some input on the Best of Galveston Awards. Maybe tag a friend in our live videos, whether you're watching on YouTube or Facebook or anything like that. Just go ahead and share out the video. Give us a hand. I want to try and see if we can get 6. I think we can do it.
6 new page likes?
Yes.
Easy.
I think so.
All you have to do is just tag a friend. Say like, hey, go like this page. There's an invite button if you go to our page.
There's an invite button.
You can go to your friends list and just say invite, and just invite everybody. I like that idea.
You can do that?
I do it I do that for like 3 Acres Food Truck Park. I'll do that for SDVA Solutions.
Yeah.
All of my friends. I just invite.
Have you done it for Skydive Galveston?
Not yet.
Hey, you should do that for Skydive Galveston. They have some cool stuff going on.
Yes, we have a giveaway that we're doing with a tandem skydive jump out of a plane.
We have a giveaway where we're giving away a skydive trip.
Skydive trip of a lifetime.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you for
living on a rock for the last like 4 days? You haven't seen all of the videos and all the notifications?
Well, I saw something, but I just turned my phone on to do not disturb. I don't know. Is this for real?
Well, can you imagine having to respond to all these people?
Wait, you did it?
I did.
I need to go back and read these.
Well, you said your phone was not on.
No, yeah. Well, I put it on do not disturb. I didn't know. I thought it maybe was someone else. Someone else on our staff, like our secretary. No,
it's just Skydive Galveston and a giveaway to jump out of a plane. All you have to do is go to our page, look at the featured post, and you will see me jumping out of an airplane. First of all, doing flips, doing the Kiki, I love you. All of that in the video, and you can enter to win. All you have to do is like, share, and comment on that video, and you are entered.
So wait, tell me again, because I need to go watch this video as soon as possible, because I don't think I've seen it. So you're telling me that I can, like me personally, or am I just probably disqualified because I work here?
Nah, I think you can still enter, like, share, and comment.
I'll enter. So I have to like the video, comment on the video, share the video out, and then I can have the chance to win a tandem skydive jump.
And here's the best part.
Okay.
Let's say, Gardy, you don't want to jump out of a plane.
All right. That sounds about right. Keep going.
Let's say you know somebody that does.
Sure. I know a lot of people who would love the chance to jump out of an airplane.
Then you can allow that person to jump on behalf of you. So if you have a loved one, I've already seen there's been like 4 or 5 people. There's Stacy, who I know because she works down at Get Fit Nutrition. She,
I have to say that before I turned my do not disturb and like notifications on, I saw like 5 people saying like, "Hey, Stacy should win. Stacy should win. Stacy should win. Stacy's my daughter. She should win." I was like, "Oh, hey, I'm almost thinking Stacy should win because
just because she's got 5 votes."
Damn, yeah.
Like everyone's just saying. We got one before we went on air today, saying, "Hey, Stacy should vote." Hey, we got a question on our radio station Facebook page on KHEA Radio.
I'm excited for this.
Valerie Turner Burton asks, "What kind of music do you play?" Gardy, can you answer that question for her?
I would love to. Valerie, first of all, thank you for listening and watching our Facebook live stream. Hopefully you're having an awesome Thursday morning. We don't take it for granted that you decided to tune in and watch for a little bit. I'm going to see how long I can keep talking before I answer this question. Right now it's 9:20, and I really appreciate this from the bottom of my heart. Hopefully you had the opportunity to go enter into the chance to win the tandem skydive. And if you did, awesome. If not, it's not too late because we're not giving it away till Tuesday. So Valerie, the question that you asked is excellent. And first, I have to say again, thank you so much for asking. I feel like a politician.
Answer her question.
We are a positive, community-driven radio station. We're not for profit. We like to spotlight things that are going on. So we play music that is positive. We play like Christian music. We play things that are uplifting. We play things from local artists. We play things that are spreading some positivity. So hopefully that answers your question in about 10,000 words.
So we have a buddy named Justin West.
I know Justin.
Who is a politician or running for an office.
Sure.
And he was talking about jumping out of the plane. And I thought he should jump out of a plane for his election stuff, like for his campaign stuff. And I liked his comment of, well, we have to make a campaign slogan about jumping out. And I was like, if you were in a debate, you could always say, well, I'm not jumping to conclusions, but...
And then he pulls a parachute. Like in the middle of a room.
In the middle of the room. But, remember that one time I went skydiving?
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
That's cool. You're listening to KHEA radio.com 99.5 FM. It is about to be 9:23. This is Kickstart, the best way you can start your morning every weekday. We've taken some time and we've reflected a little bit on what we were doing last year, which if you're from this area, and there's a good chance you are, most of our listeners are, but we do have people that are listening from like Pakistan and California and all over the world. It's kind of cool to see. But we were affected by Hurricane Harvey, and I just want to remind people that not everybody's back in their home. So I think the story from a year ago should be how we came together as a community, helped one another. So let's not forget that and try and do something nice for somebody today. Just like if somebody needs some help, just like spread some love, have a helping hand, just reach out, help somebody.
Pay it forward.
I agree.
Pay for somebody's coffee today. Maybe pay for their lunch. Gardy, maybe you could take me to Delta Blues.
I saw that Joe Perez from Texas Chronicles, who is one of our partners and sponsors here at KHEA Radio. We love Texas Chronicles, history, mystery, and adventure. Thank you so much for doing what you do. He went, I don't know if it was last night or the day before, but he had a picture from Delta Blues talking about Houston Restaurant Week. And so there was a 3-course thing that they had going on. And it looks like he had some like turkey and some brisket. I don't know what it was, but Delta Blues is the real deal.
Do you think that because of that picture that Joe is still on his juice cleanse? Well, how can you sit in front of Delta Blues and not eat their food?
That's a good question. And I would love to answer that for you. Thank you so much for asking that question. I feel like we'd have to ask Joe first, but I do have some inside information because I am a member of the Bay Area Houston Food Lovers group, where somebody asked him like juice diet, because he was going to be doing it for 2 weeks. And his response was, not in his exact words, or something like, man, I was getting headaches, so I had to have something more. So I don't know if that was just for that one time or if it's for the remainder. And so, hey, if you're getting headaches, I bet you Delta Blues will help you out. I love going there. But shout out to Joe Perez and the Texas Chronicles for helping make KHEA Radio possible. We appreciate that. You can go learn more. Just search Texas Chronicles, and then you'll see them history, mystery, and adventure pop up right on our Facebook page. This is KHEARadio.com, 99.5 FM. It's 9:24. We've been talking about all kinds of stuff today. I feel like it's going to be a good day. We have Ricardo Daniels coming in, and it's going to be good. I think his one of his coworkers, Cindy's, coming in too.
Yeah, I think they're both coming in at the 10 o'clock hour, talking all things insurance. If you have insurance questions,
and I do,
then make sure that you tune in at 10 o'clock so that you can get those questions answered. You can always give us a call. You can always text us at 346-704-1806. That's 346-704-1806.
Do you have any insurance questions? Something that comes up just off the top of your head, like that you really want to know that you can apply to your personal life? Because if you can apply it, I bet there are at least 1,000 people listening right now that it would apply to their life too.
I want to know about gap insurance. That's something that I've learned over the last couple of weeks. And I have a friend who just bought a brand new car, got it all decked out.
Ooh.
And when she got it all decked out, she bought the gap insurance.
Okay.
Well, apparently, from what I understand, is that gap insurance didn't cover the upgrades. So if she like totaled her car, she would still be like $6,000 over. So she would have to still pay out,
right,
because of the upgrades. But for me and the bad boy Jeep,
of course, it's a Jeep Compass, a real Jeep Compass,
right? Mm-hmm. Then I don't have upgrades. So would gap insurance cover me if something were to happen in that car?
That makes sense. So it's like an aftermarket upgrade. You change it. How does gap insurance work? And is that something that would be applicable to you in your car?
Yeah, I had no idea about gap insurance until about 3 weeks ago when I was looking at buying a new car.
Interesting.
And it was something that came up in the conversation.
Yeah, I understand that. I would love to learn more because I don't think I've ever gotten gap insurance, but it kind of makes sense when I hear it explained. And I have friends who have had it and have had the opportunity to use it. Then I have friends that have not gotten it. And then it's like, well, okay, now it's called upside down, I believe.
Yeah, being upside down.
But we're talking about all this because we're going to have Ricardo Daniels in Farmers Insurance. He's also a local musician, performer, entertainer. He's awesome. I've seen him play before a lot. And he's probably one of the best musicians I've had the opportunity to play with. So it'll be exciting to have him in during the 10 o'clock hour. If you have questions about insurance or any other questions that Ricardo and his agency would be able to answer, feel free to ask and we'll pass them along. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM.
Yeah, in order to ask those questions, please give us a call at 346-704-1806. That's 346-704-1806.
Right now it's 9:27, and I am excited about today. We were reflecting a little bit earlier about a couple things. One of those being where everybody was a year ago today. I just saw Roger Nally, one of our good friends and loyal listeners and someone that we love interacting with, got on, and he said that he recently, like a year ago, he moved maybe the week before Harvey hit. And so he was out of town, but he knew that he had family here. So he's thinking about them. Me and you, we were here at Abundant Life Christian Center. Today was day one for us as far as hey, we got to help. We got to do something. And that's what and I don't know another way to say it, and it just rolled out, but it kind of kickstarted our show Kickstart in the morning after about a month of us getting on the radio, letting people know there's a food truck coming. There's diapers and baby supplies coming to Abundant Life. If you need anything, if you can hear my voice, come out and get it. And that's what kind of started our show and put KHEA Radio, launched it out. And we started in November. In November would be a year, right?
Yes.
That's whenever we were going to hit our 1 year birthday for Kickstart. And it's been fun. And we've learned a lot about some positive things, what people are doing in the community. If you're doing anything positive in the community, please let us know. We want to put a spotlight on you so we can help get the word out. Like the Children's Oasis Foundation and all that they have going on that we brought in the other day.
I have to say though, Gardy, I think because of, we talk about recovery and restoration after Harvey. And one of the things that I look at is how you and I really became friends at that time. I don't think I ever hung out with you. I mean, I was a full-time staff member for 3 months, and I don't think I ever had a conversation with you.
Well, we had a couple, and the ones that I had, I was like, is he joking? Is he for real? I was like, this guy's that guy. He's that guy, and he doesn't know it.
That is true. And then you and I started hanging out more, and then we were able to kind of start the show. And I feel like, if I look back at over the last year of who I have spent the most amount of time with, who I have talked with most.
Your cat.
Besides my cat.
Okay.
So second to the cat would have to be you. It's crazy to think about. That's how it changed.
Yeah.
And it's because of Harvey, in a way. You know, something positive came out of it. And, you know, when we look back to like the other people in our communities and in our area who have been affected by Harvey, I've seen those stories of restoration where maybe they have even a better house now because of what happened. And I just keep praying that, you know, we're going to keep seeing those things.
Yeah.
You know, the one thing that we're just about ready to hit football season again. I'm really excited tonight. There's football on ESPN for the first time in a long time. JJ Watt was one of those people who kind of stepped up their game. And I saw a story on ESPN the other day that campaign, that GoFundMe page for Harvey relief. All he started asking for was $200,000, which is a lot of money. Like to you and I, that's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
And how many millions of dollars did they raise?
I'm
like
not sure.
40, I think it was $48 million. That's crazy to think about. And he's not one of those people that's like, oh, well, now this campaign is 48 million. He's like built like schools, given like food to people.
Yeah.
I mean, those are things that really came out of it. And I believe that JJ Watt, go Texans, is one of those things that just showcases the kind of people that really rose up from the ashes of what happened in Harvey.
Hey, someone else like Mattress Mac.
Ooh, Mattress Mac.
Mattress Mac. He was doing some cool stuff over there, you know, on the north side of Houston, and allowed people to come and sleep on the furniture because there was people didn't have anywhere to go. You know, there was people that did not have anywhere to go. They were feeding people. Food trucks are out there. We talked to Smokin' D's, who's from Alvin. Dustin Jimenez, he's the owner. He'll sometimes be out at 3 Acres Food Truck Park and all over town. But he said that Mattress Mac kind of covered the food costs and said, like, hey, how many people can y'all feed? Let them know. Okay, come out here, just line up. And there was food trucks, and the food was free because they wanted to allow the people to have a meal. And, you know, I love like some of the organizations that come in and bring food. And we had the opportunity to have those come to the campus where we are. But sometimes it's just something about like food that's a different caliber. I'll say that, like a Mac Dilla, and then you have like a plate that's like, hey, you know, thank you, I'm hungry, this is good. But like the food from a food truck it's just different, you know, like specialty food that you don't get to eat all the time. And then it's like, wow, this is what I'm eating for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, like these 3 different trucks. So yeah, all that to say, shout out to Mattress Mac and everybody who helped make a difference, including, you know, Pastor Hallam, who we had in studio the other day, and we were talking and reflecting about that on Monday, how all of that happened. And
that's the one question that I wish we got somewhat of an answer, but I wanted almost just a little bit more. And that was, you know, why he decided to make the distribution center happen. You know, what was the reasoning? And that's because deep down, Pastor Hallam is a member of this community, and he saw a need. He realized, hey, I have the facilities. We're dry. We have the food, you know, we have the connections where we can get the supplies in. And that's why he did it, because of who he is as a pastor to this community. And that's the question that I was trying to get at was, and he's so humble that he's not ever going to say that about himself.
I think that it's more, it's like, well, this is what we're here for. You know, like this is why this place was built. It was built for people who are hurting. It's built for people who need community. It's built for people who are looking for something bigger than themselves. And this is exactly why it was placed here. That's what the vision is. You know, like we are here to help people in every situation of their lives. You know, there is an answer, and we can help guide you to the answer, hopefully, you know, so that's what this place is for. You know, that's why churches, nonprofits, that's why they exist, you know, all over Galveston County to help our community, help everybody that you can. It's 9:33. We're going to take a quick break. You are listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Stay tuned. We're going to have Ricardo Daniels in studio in the 10 o'clock. Coming up next is Building 429 right beside you. This is Kickstart. We're on every weekday, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Woo-hoo. It's Thursday morning, and I am loving it. Curt says there may be some rain this afternoon. I don't know about it, but I'm believing there's a 50% chance of sunshine, so we'll see. Stay tuned to KHEAradio.com, 99.5 FM. Hey, Facebook and YouTube and everywhere else.
Yeah, going back if you're listening to the podcast.
Yeah, we appreciate it. So we set a goal earlier. I don't know if we'll be able to reach it, but we are trying to get some people to, like 6 new people that have never heard about KHEA Radio to tune in. So if you feel it in your heart, why don't 3. We're up to 3? We got 3?
We got 3.
So we need 3 more.
So go ahead and just tag like 4 people. If you're watching right now on the Facebook Live feed, just tag 4 people in this video and leave it in the comments. And be like, hey, tune in now.
Y'all are awesome. So yeah, we only need 3 more. So if y'all know somebody who's never heard of KHEA, they don't have to live in our community. Like I mentioned earlier, like we have people from, where was that other place? Like Norway. Like we have people like, hey, I listen to you guys, and it's kind of neat to see. So we love Galveston County. We love our area. Brazoria, Matagorda, all of it. But we want to try and spread some stuff. Roger, if you're watching, you need to tag some Dallas folks. And Roger had suggested, he's like, y'all need to go on a field trip to the state fair, which I believe is in Dallas.
In Dallas?
And I asked him when it was, and he had posted, or he had texted me, I needed to go back and check. But that'd be really cool. But if we had enough people in Dallas, we'd be able to at least like send somebody, or we could make Roger like an official KHEA correspondent where he would be able to go and do that stuff.
Ooh.
So that'd be kind of neat. But who has seen the skydive video? Has anybody seen that? And has everybody that is watching right now, have you entered into the giveaway? Oh, there's Stacy. Stacy is on over there. Stacy, what's up? I'm rooting for Stacy to win. I'm about to get on there on my personal and be like, I'm not jumping. I can't for whatever reason, but if I do win, I want Stacy to win, because Stacy's out there hustling. She's tagging, or has told like family members and stuff. So she has like 4 people at least that have said, I want Stacy to win, which is really cool. So I think it's going to be whoever the winner is. I think they're going to have an amazing time. It's going to be a blast. Also, Best of Galveston. Make sure y'all go vote. Have your voice heard. Best of Galveston. Go nominate a business that you believe in that is located in Galveston. There's all kinds of categories. The only category they do not have is best radio station.
Can we call them? Is that something that we can do?
If there's a phone number. Are you saying like right now?
Yeah.
Maybe. We don't want to make them upset. It's like if we call and then just maybe say, hey, is it okay if we kind of put you on our stream and see what they say? Then we're definitely not getting best radio station.
Yeah, they would be like, you're blocked.
80.
Man.
Yeah, I think some of the comments do not show for everyone. Like I sometimes will look over here and then I scroll over there. So it just depends on people's privacy settings, and it depends on like who you're friends with. Because I saw over here on our streaming computer that Stacy was in, but I don't think me and Stacy are Facebook friends. So I saw over here that she was.
Somebody tag Stacy and tell her I can't get it to pop.
She's right there.
I know, but I can't get it to show up as a comment. Like, somebody tag Stacy and tell Stacy or message her and say, hey, jump on. We want to talk to her.
We need to give a call. Like, do you have her number?
No, I don't think I have her phone number.
Oh. Russ had said it a couple times. He's already said it already. If I win, I'm giving it to Gardy.
Somebody message Stacy and say, hey, tune in because we want to talk to her. Or give us a call at 346-704-1806. APB out for Stacy.
Yep.
All right, I have a phone number. I have a cell phone number. I believe this is the cell phone number.
Oh, you have a number? Give her a call.
Not Stacy. This is for Best of Galveston.
Okay. Here, let me turn your let's ask first. Yeah. Just ask, on our streams. That way we don't make anyone upset.
They answered and then hung up.
We'll call back.
Give it a second. Maybe they'll call back.
You think? Sometimes that happens. Okay. So my yard guy just texted and said, hey, can you leave a check? What time are you coming? 11. I don't even know how many times. Let me see. Give me a notice, sir. I love it. Gotta text my wife real quick. So what are you guys up to right now? What do y'all have planned out today? I am excited to have Ricardo Daniels in. Kurt's calling. Oh, yes. Who is she the manager with for?
The Galveston.com.
What's her name?
Mary Bassett.
Oh, the Chef Mary Bassett. Right?
Right.
No? Let me see. Yep. Okay, so we're trying to... Stacy has like a team rooting for her. We are giving away a skydive trip to Skydive Galveston, which is awesome. Stacy, her last name is Palomares. I believe I'm saying that close. Palomares. Stacy Palomares. Yeah, if you go look on the video, there's just a bunch of people saying like, hey, Stacy should win.
Have her on Facebook.
Well, AD, did you enter? Did you share? And if you did win, are you jumping or are you gifting that? I could definitely. Could you see AD doing a skydive?
Possibly.
I think you could do it
for sure.
I could see you doing it. You'd rock it. All right, right now it's 9:42. We're having a good show so far. Playing some good music. I'm also excited that we're going to have Rex Andrews, the new champ.
Rex Andrews is next Friday.
Reality of Wrestling.
Al Garza tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. Al Garza Martial Arts. Premier Martial Arts.
It's coming in tomorrow. I'm super excited about that. And then we have a busy week next week. On Tuesday, we have the mayor of Leak City in, Pat. And then we have... I
feel like that, like for the mayor, there needs to be more respect. I don't know.
Mayor Pat?
Yeah, like even say his last name.
Mayor Pat?
It's
we have on Wednesday,
Pat Hallisey, Mr. Hallisey.
Bay Area Houston Food Lovers. Next Thursday, we have Art of Coffee. And then on Friday, we have Rex of Reality Wrestling.
Cool. And we're also in that time going to be going to Sammy's Wild Game Grill. Also doing for my Rocket season tickets, my tickets or whatever that I don't know how the way to word this.
Can you put that any worse by saying, "Oh, I'm gonna get season tickets from
Well, here's
the
what you do. It's not
in
season tickets.
Suite.
It's partial tickets, and it's not just me. It's like a family thing, and it's pretty cool. So I love it. I'm a big Houston Rockets fan, right? Well, there's something where you have to go draft the games that you want to go to, because since it is like a partial season, so you have to like go pick the best games. And so I follow basketball. I know the days and obviously the teams that are good and things that are shifting. So yeah, I'll be able to sit down and be like, I want this game. And then they kind of go in order. So the draft is on Thursday and I'll be able to come talk about that. You know, something else that's interesting. Last season, we gave away Rockets tickets to some of the games through the radio. So I'm guessing there has to be a game, maybe even a couple games where we'll be able to give away Rockets tickets through the radio. Is that something anybody would be interested in? Going into a Rockets game, compliments of Treco and KHEA radio. I believe like that would be an awesome prize. And then you can maybe hang out with me. I don't know, maybe Curt. Probably not.
Probably not Curt. They don't let me back in the suite because every time I'm in there, the Rockets lose.
Well, he doesn't watch the games. He just eats the food and then he like talks bad about the Rockets. So it's just like, well, really? Like, are you?
Well, if the Rockets would win a world championship every once in a while, maybe I'd talk about them.
Yeah, they were close last year, but this is the year. I know nobody believes me, Curt. You don't believe me. You don't root for the Rockets, but man, they got it this year. They have they brought in Carmelo. We'll see how it goes. If Chris Paul can stay healthy. If Chris Paul was healthy last year, the Rockets win the championship. And that blows my mind. But I think they're going to have a good season.
You think they still would have pulled it out?
Yes, they were up. Dude, they were up 3-2. You got to win 4 games. And they had already won, at that point, the season series with the Warriors. They had won. And in both games, check it out, Curt, look at me. This is important. In both games, they had leads at halftime. Not just like normal leads. They had like almost double digit, if not double digit leads in games, 6 and 7. Like that's without Chris Paul. And that's because the first half they're running, and then the second half, the players get tired. The defense kind of focuses on someone else. They figure out the game plan. But if there's someone else to bring in, like Chris Paul, who they did all year and got him to that point, they win one of those 2 games. They may not win that game 6, game 7, but you have 2 chances and you have double-digit leads in both games. Also, the other thing, Carmelo, he's an isolation scorer. Carmelo would be another option, even if somebody does get hurt. Chris Paul has an injury. Carmelo can be that guy that you can give the ball to, let him go to work, either pass it out, swing it out, or he's going to get a bucket.
It's going to be good. I'm excited that Carmelo, but the West is going to be tougher this year.
Why?
Because LeBron's in the West.
It doesn't matter. His team they're not going to win the championship. They don't stack up to the Warriors. They don't even stack up to the Rockets. LeBron is a great player, but
if he could get the
who's his second best player on the Lakers? Who's
any
other players?
LeVar
Ball is Lonzo Ball's dad.
Not LeVar.
You meant Lonzo.
Yes, I
Come
did.
on, Curt.
Come on. No, I think he'll be able to take his team. I think
to where?
I'm thinking probably to at least the Western Conference Finals.
Dude, that's hilarious. Can we put money on this? And I'm talking like big money. $5.
Well, because look what he did with the Cavs. The Cavs were garbage.
That's in the East.
I realized
he could have took this entire team to the West. He would have got beat by the Rock. He beat by the Rockets, beat by everybody. You saw what the Warriors did to him, right?
I did.
Okay.
I did see what the Warriors did, but
I bet the Pelicans would have even beaten.
Oh no!
Yes,
because the Lakers are now at least. The Lakers are now at least in the top 4 in the West.
Jazz are better. The Rockets are better. The Warriors are definitely better. You have arguably the Blazers are better. Let's see. They may finish 4 or 5. And that's not good necessarily. Like, they top 4 in the West, at least. But we'll see. I am excited. Basketball's coming up. Hopefully we will be able to give away some Rockets tickets this year. If that's something y'all would be interested in, let us know. If not, hey, that's fine. I'll find someone else to give some tickets away to. It's all good.
Can we talk football tomorrow for a little bit? Because
this
weekend is the start of the college football season.
Yeah, we could talk a little bit.
Yes. I'm excited because the Cornhuskers are rolling out a true freshman quarterback for the first time ever.
Ever?
What? And so he's like, just like last year was in high school, and this year is starting for the Nebraska corner.
Well, they need to try something different at this point. Just grasp for straws. Like, hey, what was the name of the dude who won the Heisman? He was like number 7 in 97, or like
Scott Frost. Scott Frost didn't win it. He didn't win the Heisman that year. In 97.
Isn't Scott Frost like the coach?
He's the coach.
Well, I'm talking about the quarterback who played for Nebraska.
Scott Frost was a 7 in 97.
Okay, maybe it was later. This one
Eric
actually.
Crouch.
Yes, that's what I was asking. The one who won the Heisman.
It was 2001.
Okay.
That year. So it's funny.
Back when Nebraska was like good.
Good. So that year, Nebraska was undefeated, was the number 1 team in the country, went to Colorado. Last game of the season, went to Colorado. And I remember I was in a hotel. It was a Holiday Inn. We were doing a Lion. It was called the Lutheran Youth of Nebraska.
Okay.
It was a big old conference. And we were all like huddled around watching the TV. And Colorado exposed Nebraska. It was like 66-33 was the final. And Nebraska, since that day, has never recovered as a program. They still went to the national championship. They didn't get to play for the Big 12 championship. But that year, they were still 1-2. Like, they didn't drop very far. But they went to play Miami in the national championship game. So they still had a chance to win the national championship and ended up losing badly again. And so it was kind of from that moment on, Nebraska wasn't good. But Eric Crouch won the Heisman that year.
Yeah, I definitely remember that. I was in high school, and Nebraska was good at football, and that dude won the Heisman. And he didn't really go on, like in the NFL, he didn't have success or anything. No,
he tried to switch over to wide receiver.
I remember
because that was Eric Crouch was like the Michael Vick of college football, and the NFL had not made that switch yet. Like the NFL was still like throw first quarterbacks.
Well, like Johnny Manziel, like he would scramble a lot, do some stuff, and look at him. You know, he great A&M. You know, at a program and all that stuff, and it was like he got drafted and
Robert Griffin.
Well, RG3, I mean, he had a good year, but I mean, injuries are you're going to get you're exposed to more injuries whenever you're running around free, because those guys are a lot quicker than the college guys. They're stronger than the college guys. But yeah, so you got to be able to balance it out. And look at Deshaun Watson, the quarterback for the Texans. He has the ability to scramble, and hopefully he can stay healthy so the Texans can put together some good seasons. But I saw somewhere people were calling for the Texans to go like potentially play in the Super Bowl. It's pretty cool. I'm hoping JJ Watt can stay healthy, because obviously he's a phenomenal player. He's a great member of the community, does some really cool stuff. If he retired, you know, today, it would be fine, you know, but
Radio, this is Curt.
We want to put him on one healthy season. And
hey, we got Stacy. Yay! Hold on, just 1 second. We're gonna put you on. You're on air right now.
Hello.
What's up, Stacy?
Stacy, we just had to say we have had at least like 5 people comment, like, and share on the Galveston skydive video your name to go win. What is going on?
Look, I had to gather my team. I want to win. I heard y'all say you can transfer it over, so I'm asking my friends. Hey, go like, comment, and share for Stacy. They're like, well, what if we want to win? I said, well, if you want to win, you can keep it. I'm not going to try to take your skydive, but if you want to help me, I want to really go. So I'm excited. I've got my team together, and I'm out there asking, hey, go like, share, and comment for me.
How many people are we talking that are going to keep tuning in to like, share, and comment for Stacy to win?
I'm not sure. I'm not going to stop until next Tuesday.
She's going to keep going.
Yeah.
Are you excited? Like, are you going to be tuning in on Tuesday to listen to see if you win?
I am. I'm going to be sitting at my desk at work, playing, having y'all on air live, letting whoever is up at the counter listen to me as well.
Well, right now you have the best odds.
I win.
Are you going to be okay if for some reason like Curt wins?
If Curt wins, I'm going to be jealous.
There you go.
It's like fifth time to go already.
No,
That's
I've only
true.
been once, but it was the best time of my life. It literally.
No big deal. It's just the
If I
best
win
thing.
again,
Skydiving.
I'm gonna enjoy it, but I can't win. Luckily, I can't win.
Yeah, we're not allowed to win.
Hey, Stacy, are you at work right now?
I am at work.
Hey, I want you to do us a favor since you're on air right now and you're listening on Facebook.
Yell as loud as you can. No, just
Yeah,
kidding.
yeah. I want you to walk up to at least like 3 people, and I want you to tell them that they have to like KHEA Radio's Facebook page
Without getting in trouble. We don't want to get you in trouble.
Hold on.
We need-
I'm going to the area where I won't get in trouble.
Okay, good. Where the slackers work.
Mike and Stephanie, I'm on air with KHEA Radio. I need y'all to like, share, comment their Facebook page, and then go to the Skydive post. Like, share, comment. I hope Stacy wins is my, go-to, so I can win a free skydiving.
I can
Please,
see it.
guys.
I can see her making like a business card and just like handing them out like at the front of Walmart or going to Target and just being like, thank you. I appreciate your vote. I appreciate your support. Thank you.
Vote for Stacy.
Vote for Stacy.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Stacy.
Thank you. Bye. See y'all Tuesday. We're here from y'all
All
Tuesday.
right, Stacy.
Yay! Bye.
Have a good day. So that was Stacy, she's starting to build a team around herself where she wants people to kind of like nominate her if they win the skydive jump and giveaway, that they're going to give it to her, which is cool because you're allowed to do that. I guess. I don't know. I don't see why not. So we're giving away a skydive jump, a free tandem skydive jump with Skydive Galveston. If you didn't know skydiving was available in Galveston County, in Galveston, now you know. Go check them out. SkydiveGalveston.com. Skydive Galveston is their Facebook page. They have some cool videos. Curt had the opportunity to edit multiple videos for them, I think.
Yes, it's going to be really cool. We have a really awesome partnership with Skydive Galveston, and we can't wait to get that giveaway out to those people. And when you do win, we'll make sure that we come out and also get some videos.
Say what's up. For sure. So we have about 5 minutes before the top of the hour, and we got Ricardo Daniels in. We're going to bring him in, get him situated. We're going to be talking about insurance, talking about some performance. I want to hear it all. We're going to get to the stuff that y'all want to know. One of the questions that we have is about gap insurance. Does it work for everybody? Is it a good idea? Could Curt like be in a better situation with his car? Could I be in a better situation with my car if I had gap insurance? We're going to be finding that out. If you have a question about insurance, you have a question about anything, we'll get you in touch with Ricardo, so he'll be able to give you a hand. But yeah, we're streaming live on Facebook, which we do every weekday, 8:30 to 11. We're streaming live on YouTube as well. That's new as of like this week, I believe. So if you didn't know we had a YouTube channel, it's KHEA Radio on YouTube. We actually made the videos a little bit easier to access there because we can group them in folders, and it's, a video based platform. So it's made to put videos, folders, and videos in folders, sorry, and then access them easy. So whenever we were at Dr. Choppa's office the other day, his daughter was there. So she was in one of the live videos and she was like, hi. And she was really sweet. He has some awesome kids. But something that we found is like, even kids are starting to get into YouTube. She's like, well, I have my own YouTube channel where I do this, this, and this. Do y'all have a YouTube channel? And we're like, yes, we do. Hang on, I got to take this call. Sorry, we'll be right back. And we're back. Sorry about that. It's all good. So Dr. Choppa's daughter was like, well, can you write down on this piece of paper how I can find your YouTube address? So we were like, sure, okay. So it was pretty neat to see. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Cindy, right?
I am.
Y'all can have some seats.
Okay.
Hang out with us. My name is Gardy.
I am Cindy. Nice to meet you.
Ricardo Daniels, sir.
Ricardo, my name is Gardy.
Nice to meet
Nice
you,
to
Gardy,
meet you.
again.
All right. How's it going today?
Great.
Great, really good.
Good. Let me see. So what we're gonna do is just have y'all be able to share this mic, and it can pick up if we put it here.
Okay.
We're trying to do some upgrades. We're getting and you know how to handle.
Okay,
mic.
yeah,
I'll say
we're good.
You can move it if you need to.
Yes.
Sometimes we have people come in and they're just like,
Uh,
but if you need to adjust,
Okay.
move up and down.
all right.
move around.
Very good. Okay.
And I got your volume down here,
Okay.
so I kind of sit on that,
Okay. All right.
and then I watch your levels.
Okay. Good. Good.
Okay.
So Ricardo, we played some music last night,
Yes,
and you play a lot of music, right?
a lot of music. Absolutely.
When was the last time you went and played somewhere?
A couple of months ago, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I covered for a guy at a place called Caps
Okay.
Piano Bar.
Cool.
Yeah, and it went very well. And it was 2 hours straight for a set.
Woo!
Yeah. And then like a 30-minute break and then finish the night. It was a marathon run.
Dude, 2 hours straight.
Yes.
You know, man, I get tired like sometimes, and just being truthful, like playing at church, like if you're standing there and not playing, because sometimes that happens. Get tired. I think that whenever you play, it kind of helps.
It does.
But like standing there, just like the instrument's like, man, this is getting heavy. Like, what's up on my back?
I thought that was just me.
Oh no.
Yeah, but playing, it keeps you going, keep you moving.
And you can move and shift weight, but when you're just like
standing there waiting. Yes. I booked the gig one time and they paid me in advance.
Yeah.
And then with the time of the gig, we had to wait. And I said, I would never take the money in advance again.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, why did I do this? I would never take that money in advance.
Just in case.
Yeah, but no, because of the fact that we had to wait. And I felt like I already had got paid and I already got the money. What's the big deal?
Oh, okay. I got you.
What's the big deal?
You get up there like I'm out.
Yeah. So we toughed it out. It was a good gig done. It was at the racetrack, Sam Houston racetrack that night. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So Ricardo, you do insurance, and who is it through?
Farmers. We do farmers.
Farmers insurance.
Farmers. So is Farmers the best insurance, in your opinion? What's the difference between going like Farmers and like some of the others?
We're competitive. We're competitive. The rate we try to be competitive, and I don't think anyone really is the best. They try to probably rank State Farm, Allstate, then Farmers if you rank them that way.
Yeah.
But we see them all come to the door. State Farm come to the door. High rates gone up. Allstate, same thing. So we all this. It's a game they play.
Right.
With rates. Okay. So it's no one is really to me really better. But what it is, who's the better agent? Who's going to give you the better service? That is the question.
Right.
That's true.
I feel we're a better choice because we're a one-stop shop. You can get all of your insurance needs all in one place under one roof.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So like as far as all of the needs, like you're talking about, can you name
home, business, your auto,
car, like motorcycles and life insurance too?
RVs, yes, recreational vehicles,
carts, everything.
Yes, and then retirement, life insurance, college funds, 529, so things of that nature.
Cool.
You name it, we sell events. We have an event in the parking lot. Need to cover that event. All kinds of stuff. There's so many variables for his life, for his insurance, as far as needs. It's plentiful.
Yeah.
We cover everything. Yeah, we can cover your shoes.
You can insure shoes. Yeah. That is true.
Yeah.
So
you got a $10,000 pair of shoes.
You need them insured.
You need them insured.
Yes. Music equipment.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Music.
Like even like a storage facility.
Yes.
Storage facility.
We were talking about Harvey earlier, and there was a lot of people who you don't think about that. Like, hey, my stuff's in storage. I'm paying this monthly.
Right.
Surely it's insured. I don't think so.
Well, say if you had a renter's policy, right?
Right.
And then this apartment, it gets flooded or this home is flooded. Now you put your stuff in, some stuff is in storage. That place gets flooded where it's covered under your renter's policy.
Oh, okay.
It's still your property, even though it's not in where you're living at the moment, but it's still yours, so it's still covered.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So we got Ronaldo was saying, "What's up?"
What's up, Ronaldo?
He said, "Save me a ton," and he said, "He's saying, hey." Ronaldo.
Yeah, we helped Ronaldo out. Yeah.
I like Ronaldo.
He's a good guy.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I got an insurance back in 1981.
1981.
1981. Yes.
Kurt was not even around back then.
No, I was a sparkle in my mom's eye.
Okay.
Not even then. That was your mom. Yeah. She was living
Actually, my mom and dad weren't even married in 81.
Yeah, they were living
really? Wow. I feel so young.
That's cool. That's a long time.
Yeah. It was a fluke that I got in. I was married and I had got laid off from my job at the railroad. So I'm staying with my grandmother at the time because times were a little hard. So the insurance guy came by, the debit agent, and she couldn't pay her premium. He was nosy. Why is that? Well, I'm helping out my grandson. He said, well, let me talk to him. Maybe I can get him a job as an agent. So he sees me, he looks at me and judges me and says, oh, that company down there called Independent Life, they might be hiring.
Oh.
Yes. I said, okay, no problem. But I heard him.
Yeah.
So I go down there. And
Yeah,
sure enough,
why not?
so he didn't want to talk to me. So I go down there, right? And they looked at me in the interview and they liked me.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm like, I didn't want to do that. Who wants to do insurance? I didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
So they called me back. They called me back down there for a second interview. And this guy stopped me. He was a preacher, black guy. He was a preacher. He said, hey, man, let me show you something. Because he saw I wasn't really interested. He showed me his paycheck. It was $600. I'm like, what?
That sounds good.
Back in 81.
Yeah.
Today.
Hey, I'll take your $600 check though. Hey, Ricardo, we're going to go on 10 seconds. We'll be
Okay.
over there and we'll just kind of recap everything.
Okay. Okay.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Right now it's 10:04 Thursday morning. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
And we have a special guest in studio where we're going to be talking to Mr. Ricardo Daniels. We're talking to Cindy and we're going to be learning about insurance. Is it important? Curt, I know you have some questions about it.
I'm ready. I hope you're ready because I have some really tough ones.
We're ready.
Okay.
Believe me.
You're doing good today, Ricardo?
Yes, doing very well.
That's awesome. So we play music. We play some music together too. And you're not only an insurance, what is it called? An insurance agent?
Insurance agent,
Okay.
insurance broker.
So you're a broker of insurance, but you are a musician.
Yes.
You do a little bit of everything, right?
Yeah, I do. I sing, I play, and I do insurance. And what do I love the most? Probably singing and playing, or even moving equipment, or even doing sound.
So you're still talking about insurance then, right? Because if you like singing and playing, that's insurance, right?
Very much so. Yes.
See what I did there?
Yeah.
Thank you, Curt.
He cracks himself up. Okay, yeah.
Sometimes.
That's pretty good. Okay, so as far as the insurance goes, who are you with?
Farmers. We're Farmers Insurance. We're agent of farmers.
Okay,
Yes.
so
And
you know,
where's it located? Really fast?
109 Meadow Parkway, League City, Texas.
awesome.
Yes.
I see on TV, I turn on my television and there's a lot of like insurance everywhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so like even sometimes on your phone, social media now, it's like, okay, there's insurance. So I have insurance, right? But whenever you're looking for something, what's the qualities and like if somebody like from the top three insurance agencies are doing something, what sets farmers apart or you apart from, insurance in general? Like, is that
Well, to me, they're all about the same because they all still provide coverage, for autos, home, cars, what have you. The thing is that when you buy from an agent, and then an agent that represents that company, and that agent's job is to take care of his customers because really he doesn't work for the company, he actually works for his clients. So he has to stand in the gap for his clients. In other words, they may have a claim. The claim comes and the adjuster says it's going to pay this. And then that's not right. So the client calls the agent and the agent jumps in the middle and helps that customer get settled properly.
I got you. Because sometimes online it's like, hey, fill out a quote. And then you can get the quote and it's like, hey, you're insured. But it's just you and the computer screen and then
Yes.
you're dealing with emails.
And not a person.
I like the personal touch.
Yes.
And we have a lot of clients that really, that's what they really like about our agency. Is
Yes.
we give them the personal touch. You don't have to call and talk to the automated. I mean, you can. We have that option. But you can still have some people that like, no, I want to talk to you face to face. I need to see you, and they know us, and so that's what we do.
That's cool. So as far as State Farm goes, what kind of things do y'all offer there?
Well, State Farm, that's the other company.
There's
We're Farmers Insurance.
I'm so sorry.
But that's
Farmers.
quite all right. That's quite all right.
Hey, I recognize it from that.
A lot of people, say State Farm when they're talking to me, even if they send in my office.
With this guy.
Yeah.
No big deal.
Okay, yes. I love those commercials. Here, let me show Facebook. But so what do you, as farmers, what do y'all offer?
We offer, auto, home, life, commercial, recreational vehicles, retirement, education funding, all things of that nature. And my number one that I love the most is life insurance because to me it's the most important one. Because with life insurance, it's like it's not just burying somebody paying for a final expense. It's also, for people that are living. So that paycheck, that person died, that breadwinner dies, could be the husband or the wife if they both providing the income. That means that paycheck goes in the ground with them as well. Okay. So we want to replace that. And the way you do it is with life insurance, where you have a young couple, they're young, they're buying a home, they have kids. So there's a big need for insurance because you got to pay for the house, you got to pay for the kids, the education, things of that nature. But insurance to cover it and cover retirement inside that same policy going to cost a lot of money. So what you do, you buy term, which you can get $1 million for like $50 a month based on age. You just to give you a number, an example. And then over here, you got to have that $1 million may be enough to take care of the education and pay off the home and things of that nature. Okay?
Yes. That's awesome. So as you get older, so I'm 32. If I had a lot, insurance policy and I'm paying $50 a month, it's like, okay, he's in okay, health and stuff. Mm-hmm. Does that go up? So I turn 40. Does it kind of go up with that?
That's correct. That's a term policy you're speaking of. So you got a 20-year term that rates now. 20 years later, it's going to be based on that age, and that rate's going to go to that.
Okay.
And that's where you buy a term policy and then buy a low policy over here for the investment side to build the cash. So at a certain point, there's not a need for that big amount of coverage. Kids are grown, house paid for, everything's good. We don't need that much insurance. With that, we okay.
Okay.
But if I retire, now to what my retirement, now we need that policy over here as well.
So you mentioned even like college fund, because that's probably something I should be looking to, because I have a 1-year-old and a 5-year-old. And right now I'm just thinking, okay, they go to school, my 5-year-old does, but my baby doesn't. So what kind of things do you offer for that, for saving?
They got what they call a 529 college fund, and you invest into that policy, and they figure 18-year time, and that with the 5-year starting now, we're both starting now because there has you need time for that money to grow to where you need it to be to pay for college, and depending on how much you're trying to accomplish.
I got you. So it just depends how much you put in. Obviously, if I was saying like I want to have, $80,000, like in 18, 20 years or however long.
Correct.
And then it just depends. So what's the smallest amount you've seen someone put in? And then like, what's the largest amount? Like
50. And some people even just write a check and just pay for the whole thing in advance to buy the policy.
And then the interest will kind of just build on that.
Yes.
Well, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. If I had $1 million, that's the first thing I would do. Put in some life insurance, maybe, help that grow a little bit. So that way, just in case.
Yeah.
If I had $1 million.
I mean, you probably we would invest that way for you. We wouldn't put it in a life insurance policy.
I would take your $1 million, so that way it would last. Because I feel like if you did have $1 million, you'd buy some crazy stuff.
We were talking like, if I had $1 million, it'd just go to waste.
Yeah. So well, a lot of people, they get that money and they go broke. You see these people, for example, like some people around here got a bunch of money, and they took that money and they blew all that money. Instead of taking that money, put it in an investment vehicle. For example, you got $1 million, you put it in an investment vehicle instead of pay 10% return. Well, that's how much is that? $100,000 a year. So they're going to need that million still sitting there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're talking to Ricardo Daniels from Farmers Insurance. If you're watching live on Facebook, first of all, good morning. Hopefully y'all are having a good day. Thank you for tuning in. But if you can see on the video, if you recognize this guy, that's the Farmers. And I do like those commercials.
Every time you say Farmers Insurance, all I can think of is we are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Hey, that's probably the best Kurt's ever sang in his life.
And so it was really good.
I appreciate that.
Sign me up for the next commercial. We'll do one right outside your shop.
Okay.
That was beautiful, Kurt. Wow. I appreciate that. Hey, if you have a question about insurance, if you have a question to Ricardo, please let us know. We do have something that we were talking about earlier. I think Kurt had that question if you want to ask.
Yeah. So I was just recently looking at getting a new car. And one of the things that is really kind of holding me back is I have to get like 120% loan because I'm upside down on my current vehicle. And the guy who was selling the car was like, man, you need gap insurance like as soon as possible, just in case your car, drove off a cliff is what he said. Or if, it got flooded or something. Is gap insurance, what is gap insurance and why have we not really heard a whole lot about gap insurance?
And when are you able to buy it?
Okay. Farmers has it, but I probably prefer to get it with the dealership because Farmers only pay so much. I think it's 25% of above what the actual cash values of the car. However, the dealership will pay up to 125% on theirs. And so it is definitely needed because of the fact that if that car is totaled and you're upside down $20,000, well, the bank is the insurance is going to pay that other part. They're going to leave that $20,000 for you. So with gap insurance, that's what's going to cover that $20,000 what they'll pay it for you. Now you zeroed out.
So with the dealer, you're only allowed to purchase the gap insurance when you buy the vehicle, right?
That's correct.
And so the benefit, when are you able to buy it, like with Farmers or with you?
When you buy it.
So like if you wanted to get it today,
yes,
you can't so Kurt has had a car for like 2 years or however long.
3 years, the bad boy.
You can't get gap insurance then.
No. Yeah, you cannot.
What if he sold the car to me and then I bought the car and I bought the gap?
Not a new car. No.
Oh,
no.
A new car.
Yeah.
Only new cars get
correct.
Gap.
Man, so there's no way for me. Dang.
What if we take the car apart?
There you go.
build it back from scratch.
And then you might be looking at 10 to 20.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
jail.
that's never mind.
So that is something. Yeah,
Never
it's
mind about
weird
that.
because when I bought my car, because I bought mine from a local dealership, and it was not brought up as something to do, and so that's kind of what when I heard that for the first time, I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I get that?
Yeah,
because that makes complete sense.
Yes. Was it a brand new car?
No,
That's
used
why.
car.
That's why.
Oh, okay.
That's why. It has to be a new vehicle. Yes.
I got you.
So that's something that somebody should do, though. If you have a new vehicle and you're looking at getting a new vehicle, go get that gap insurance. That's going to cover you.
If you're going to see if you know for a fact you're upside down, is just a no-brainer. Get the gap insurance.
Yeah.
Okay, we can sell it, but if they can get the up from the dealership, I prefer that.
And here's another question. So Curt said he had a friend, and I'll let you kind of tell the story. They got a car, right?
Yeah. So they got a brand new vehicle, but they also got like upgrades to the vehicle. But they purchased the gap insurance, and from what I understood, her question was like, well, apparently though, then I'm still $6,000 because the gap insurance doesn't cover
the upgrades.
Is that something
like if you get a truck and you get it lifted and then you put the lights and all that stuff, but you got the gap insurance like market, it was a stock truck. Then after market, you put in like all these upgrades, so you can put stuff in. Does that make sense?
Okay. No, what you do, that falls back to your auto policy. Those upgrades, you can endorse the policy to include those things, and there's a fee for adding that, so you can still cover it that way. So you still can add insurance to cover those things. Yeah, you just back can insure anything. Okay,
like when you say anything,
any pet insurance,
video equipment.
Yes.
We talked about that at one point. I thought like a year or two ago. Like, I need to get drone insurance.
Yes. But that's a set. We can cover those accessories. Absolutely. Like people put them rims on the cars and those 22-inch and all that stuff. That nature. Yes, we cover it. Yes.
So whenever I was young, I was probably about 18 years old, and it was in maybe like my second band. We were tour. We went. We were gonna go play. Houston, Dallas, Oklahoma. We're going.
Right.
Anyways, we're young.
Right.
It's my first time to do this. We leave our trailer parked where we were sleeping. We didn't back it up against anything. Anyways, we got the lock was chopped. They took out everything but the drums, which were the most expensive thing in the trailer. So my bass got stolen, my bass amp got stolen, guitars got stolen. We didn't have insurance. We didn't know our serial numbers. We didn't know anything. Is that something you said? Anything? So
anything,
like even though it's on the road, like. Because I understand, like, okay, it's insuring my house. I can insure maybe like a storage unit, but it's staying there. So I would have a policy for, like in that case, what would I have a policy for?
You would buy a policy to cover your equipment.
Companies,
farmers won't sell it. So we have to go outside the company that will write it to cover it. Because even with my own equipment, right, I don't care, but I make sure I protect it. If I have a gig somewhere out of town and I don't feel safe, that my equipment's going to be safe if I'm in this hotel, I'm driving home. Where I put it in the garage where I know it's safe, because it's going to cost, that insurance going to cost me so much per month and all the equipment that I got. So do I want to spend that money? No, I'm going to drive home and I'm going to put my equipment up. If I go on the road, and hopefully they'll have a sound crew there where I don't have to take it. And then if I do have to have it, then I go ahead and buy it to protect me for that amount of time that I'm going to need it.
Can you buy it for just like a weekend? Like, let's say, for instance, I was flying a drone in downtown Houston and flying between buildings, and I wanted to make sure that just in case I lose control of that drone and like crash into a skyscraper and the whole skyscraper comes falling down, that I would be covered.
That's a pretty big drone.
So is it for an event, or is it just?
It's a little bit of everything.
We would call it an event.
We would call it an event. And then you can get 1 day, 2 day, or 6 months.
For the event.
The event.
So you can insure the event.
That's kind of cool.
Yes.
It's cheaper to just get a 6 month if you're going to do the event.
Yeah.
It's almost the same price.
That makes sense.
Just get a 6 month. And
that'll
cover you for
See, that's the biggest thing. Like when I'm flying that drone, the biggest thing I get, not like if the drone crashes on its own, like I'm cool with that. But if the drone crashes into a building and the building is damaged, or like I run into a car,
or what about an individual?
Or an individual?
Oh man, yeah.
I mean that's
liability.
Scary. I don't fly. I try not to fly over people, or because that's actually against FAA rules, is not to fly over people. And so I do try to avoid that. But that is something you never know. Like the plane, the drone could lose control, and you don't have that. So that's stuff that you can do.
Yeah, you can cover that. Yes, absolutely.
Right now it's 10:18. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This is Kickstart. We're talking to Ricardo and Cindy from Farmers Insurance. We're learning all about insurance, all things insurance, talking about music and anything else that comes up. Really, if you have a question for Farmers Insurance and Ricardo, please let us know. Let us know on Facebook. You can send us a text or call us at 346-704-1806. Right now, we're going to take a look at the weather. I'm praying for sunshine. This is the KHEA Kickstart Weather Center, brought to you by I-45 Now. With Curtsy, probably full of corn, the Casper.
It's currently 80 degrees right now in Lamarck, Texas. It is going to be a 40% chance of showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. 87 is your high. In Lamarck right now, again, 81. In Houston, 86. Galveston, it's showers already. 83 degrees.
Come on.
Pearland, 85. And Leak City, 83. And that's a look at your weather for the next couple of days. Bum, 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 bum.
It's brought to you by Farmers as well, and Ricardo.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
That's pretty good. And Curt has an issue, or I have an issue with Curt, because whenever we first started on the air, dude was singing all the time, and I'm like, okay, you need to go back and listen. Go back and listen, because it's hurting my ears, and I can't imagine what it's doing for the people out there listening.
Do we get residuals for every time we say that on air? Like,
should be Ricardo.
Well, as well as you're doing it, you certainly should.
Right? Come on. So I would literally, like, all show just be like, we are farmers. Blah, 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 blah. There's another $15. Yay!
Hey, so I want to talk about the commercials. So if you've seen the Farmers commercials, let us know. Let us know. Because, okay, and I have the guy on our Facebook feed. You see him right there? That's his face. But he was the actor in Spider-Man, like the ones with Tobey Maguire that came out in the early 2000s.
Yeah. What was he in that?
He was like the news editor, but he had like the flat top.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I thought that was his real hair this whole time. That Hollywood, is everything fake? Is nothing sacred and real anymore?
They can make you look any way you want to look.
Yeah, well, he looked good. I want that flat top.
He should have kept it, huh?
Yeah. Well, he looks nice anyways. It's kind of like, being, I don't know. He looks like he's dignified and stuff, but let us know if you've seen those commercials
because it's always like the craziest situations.
Yeah.
But in your experience, is there like some of those situations that you've seen come through your office that you're like, really, that happened?
Well, had one where lightning hit the chimney on the house and came down and just ripped up the inside of the house. Weird.
Oh my goodness. And because I would hear some stories and maybe think like, okay, you're making that up. That can be real, but if the lightning comes through the chimney, and that would hard to make up.
So it just like zapped the entire house?
Well, actually it did, and it came out and it did some damage inside the house. So the adjuster goes out and he assessed it, and then when they opened the wall up, they found even more damage. And so it came out through that chimney and just ripped up the inside. Blew it apart down inside the wall.
Wow.
Weird.
Wow.
Is there any others? Like, is that the weirdest one?
That's the weirdest one
that
I've experienced. Yeah, at my agency.
We had a lady to pull in her. She was in the garage and she thought she left the door open and she didn't. She bagged out. And we also had one pull in.
Yeah.
Went in too fast and ran in the house.
Yeah.
So
it happens. I have some stories like that. Kind of. No, the let me see. The time that I was most fortunate to have insurance was maybe like 8 years ago, and it flooded where I lived. I lived in downtown Houston, and my car flooded out, and I was pretty sad about that. But I was fortunate, had insurance. They came out and looked at it, and they gave me more, my car was worth more than what I owed on it. Wow. Good. So I came out okay.
That's rare.
Yeah.
And actually what I did is my parents let me use a truck, and I bought Rocket season tickets. That's literally what I did with my
money. Way to use that money.
Way to invest.
Well, no, my parents knew. They didn't care.
They were cool with it.
They told me, they're like, well, you could. They had an extra vehicle, and they were like, well, you can just have it if you want to.
Use their insurance money to buy a new vehicle.
It's yours.
It's your money.
It's yours.
Yeah. I like insurance.
Let's
insure everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another quick question. This is dealing with something very personable.
Okay.
So I had insurance, and it was with a different company. We won't name it.
Okay.
Progressive. And I had it in Vermont, and I hadn't switched over yet to Texas. But I was driving my vehicle for Domino's Pizza, and I was coming back from a delivery.
Mistake number one.
Yeah, that was my car always smelled like pizza, which was really good for other things.
Okay. For you?
For me, yeah.
cologne. Like, you smell like pizza. Like, yeah, I do. Thank you.
I do. It's the best. It was the best.
It's Domino's.
Anyways, I was in a car accident. Some car hit me on my passenger side door. Ended up being my fault because I was the one turning left, and apparently that's I didn't have the right of way. But I found out that through my insurance that I did not have the right to drive my vehicle while making deliveries as a business, and so
or like Uber,
that insurance company, Progressive, didn't cover anything of the accident, which was really tough.
Yeah, they some companies they will deny that claim, but I've seen times to where I thought farmers shouldn't have paid, and something like you're talking about, and they did pay.
Mine was adamant. They're like, we're not paying.
And then what they did after that, they said, okay, well, this person needs to go ahead now and get the proper insurance to be able to do that job with his car.
Interesting. So you can do that, but you have to just make an adjustment or do an add-on.
An endorsement. That is correct.
What is it called when you don't have? I forget the name of it. That where you can't use your vehicle for personal or for professional use.
Out of luck.
There's some. I forget. It started with a C.
Well,
comprehension coverage or something.
Well, you comprehend. Well, that's just comprehensive. It's like if you cause flood, caught on fire, things of that nature. Then you got collision. So what you have to have is your car's commercial. You use as a commercial vehicle now when you're delivering those pieces. So and it's like, and they, to me, they should have still paid it due to the fact that you really didn't know. But they don't think that way because they want to get your money, but they don't want to pay out. If they can say, "Oh, loophole, no, we're not paying."
Well, that's when it's more about like a relationship and having somebody who will go to bat for you and fight for you.
Yes. Because see, I knew and I saw it on your car. Hey, Curt, look, I see you got that on your car. You really need to go and get the proper policy. This is not going to cover you if you have an accident while driving as a work vehicle, commercial. Okay.
Interesting. So that would go for like. What's it called? Uber's the big one. Like people do that now, and Uber's getting big. So there's like a ride share, like specific insurance.
Endorse the policy. Yes.
That's a good idea.
I wish Domino's would have said something like that.
And they should have. I'm surprised. I'm sure they changed. So really, you could turn around and sue them because they should have told you.
Well, maybe they did, but you're just like, yeah, nah, and you just like kind of sign off.
I just remember all of them saying like, "Do you have insurance?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have car insurance."
Yeah,
because they didn't. It's like it's part time. It's not really. Was it full time?
No, it was part time. I was working for the school full time.
Yeah, it's like I think what it did was I think Progressive was just being I don't want to use the word cheap. Okay, that's what I believe in. And the adjuster's job is his job. You got an agent's job, and you got the adjuster. The adjuster goes out, look at it. He look at it, assess the damage. Okay. And he wants to save the company money so he can get these bonuses over here. That's why you have somebody like me. I don't care about your bonus. We're gonna do what's right. Get them back what they belong. They paid their money. Let's get them right. Let's get them back. And that's my job. And standing in the gap for you. That's why you need me as your agent.
Bum, 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 bum.
I like that. It's 10:26. We're talking to Ricardo Daniels and Cindy from Farmers. If y'all have any questions about insurance, if you have any questions about life insurance, I feel like that one's pretty important because you don't think, no one thinks anything's going to happen, but you never know. Stuff can happen, and it's always good to be covered. Make sure your loved ones are prepared and safe and taken care of and ready to go for college. It's never too early to start saving, especially if you have kids. Absolutely. Can you start doing it even if you don't have kids? Like if you plan to have kids one day, or does there have to be like an actual child there?
And as far as the 529, yes, but there's other ways that you can do it to start getting started.
Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Cool.
Other investment ways to put that money somewhere to start having to grow. Absolutely.
Yeah. I have a friend who I went to school with here at Abundant Life Christian School, and his parents, they did some kind of, I don't know what, like policy. I don't know if it was through Farmers or somebody, but it was where they had his entire college potentially paid for, just depending on where do you want to go? We got it taken care of.
Yeah.
You know,
and that could have been on the out of this is money. Basically, it's money.
Yeah,
it's money. So if you do it in the 529 plan or some kind of investment vehicle, because I'm securities licensed, so I can do mutual funds and things of that nature.
Cool.
So and just this could have been just that.
Yeah,
it's just money.
Yeah, here's my question. So let's say both my kids are geniuses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they grow up and they get like a scholarship in math, something full ride.
Yeah.
And so then I also had like $50,000, $80,000 like saved, ready to go. What happens to the money?
That's your money.
Well, there you go. I'm liking the sound of that.
It's an investment, because like it's your money because it's gonna go to the school. It's just money. Same thing. It's your money.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
If you have any questions, let us know. Ricardo, what's your number again?
281-280-9570.
Is that your cell phone?
That's
Is that your office? That's your office? Okay.
And the cell, 832-630-0951.
So that's a cell phone. You can probably text that too as well, right?
Absolutely. And we text both.
Cool. We're going to take a quick break. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Coming up next is Bethel, Glory to Glory. You can stream us from anywhere in the world at khearadio.com. This is Kickstart. We're on every weekday, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Did you see our skydive video that we were doing?
Yes.
Have you ever been skydiving?
Probably got insurance for that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I was going to ask.
You supposed to, when you went skydiving.
I didn't. He did.
Okay.
You signed a waiver saying you're not allowed to sue anybody, right? You're clearing.
You signed a waiver. You signed that waiver saying that you want to do that.
But it's for the insurance. It's just life insurance.
Yeah. Well, because I have life insurance.
Yeah.
But I think that in the policy, it's not like something like that isn't covered.
Well, and then you need to talk to me about like, because to me, the question is like, if I can think in my mind, are you going out of the country? Are you swimming with alligators and sharks? I don't think it's a question like that. I don't think so. Skydiving. I don't think so. And then if they issue the policy and there's something that you say that you didn't do and that you do, then that's what they call a 2-year incontestability period. So they can contest the policy within 2 years. After 2 years, it doesn't matter.
I got you.
It doesn't matter. Like a person person commit suicide, right?
Mm-hmm.
Then that first 2 years not covered. After that, they cover it.
Wow.
Yeah. So that after 2 years, anything. Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering because, my wife Jen, I love Jennifer,
absolutely,
and she's just like, well, kind of just talking to me about it and like weighing out the pros and cons. Like, yeah, it would probably be fun. It would probably be awesome. Make a good video so Curt can have somebody in his video, and that's what she was like. Well, I don't feel like it's worth it, you jumping because. And apparently it's totally safe, and the experienced people, and we love Skydive Galveston.
Right.
But she was just like, yeah, I'd rather you didn't, and I'd rather not fight.
Yeah, I think you was a wise man on that one.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
Because I won't swim with alligators. I won't do none of that shark stuff. So I don't think we're gonna. You
fish though, right? Do you fish?
Yeah, I'm gonna fish. Yeah, I love.
Have you ever caught a shark?
Yes.
What did you do? You're like, nope.
I'm bring them up. I bring them up and everything, but I'm very careful with that joker. Yeah. I cut him up, and I'm gonna see what he tastes like. Yeah.
Yeah. So you like an insure your boat. You have a boat, huh?
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
The boat, the motor, the trailer. Yes.
Yeah.
It's all covered.
It's all covered.
Yeah. I insure everything. Only thing I insure my band stuff. That trailer, I don't even cover it. I put it in the garage. I protect it. Yeah, and some of it happened on the road, heaven forbids. One time I was driving, I was going to a gig they set up that day locally, and I know for a fact I had, locked that thing on that tongue, right? And it bounced off, and luckily I had those safety chains.
Yeah,
back there jerking. Wow. And I'm like, oh, I just saw my equipment and visual just all over the place.
You'd have been on the Farmers commercial.
Yeah, that's what I did for the
like 2006.
There you go.
And then the whole story, the reenactment, the statue.
So I know for a fact I always check it to make sure I lock that right.
Yeah.
So now I just wrap it with a bungee cord to make sure it's kind of secure where it ain't coming off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because that's the last thing I'll just lose that. And but I can cover the trailer, but it's only for $2,500 under my auto policy. I'm like, I'm good.
Yeah.
So I weigh it out versus me out of pocket versus paying for the insurance. I kind of calculated that way.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The same with filing claims too. If you got a claim and it's less than what your deductible.
Yeah, then you don't mess.
Yeah.
Don't mess with your insurance.
A lot of people don't carry flood insurance.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Yes, because this is crazy. It's like the people that said, well, it never floods over here. Well, guess what? What happened last year?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that. We can talk about that more. We'll probably play one more song and then go on. But we can talk about it now, and then we'll make sure we talk about it on the air. Some more people here as well. Yeah. So we were talking about Harvey earlier, and now the other thing is like, well, that was a once in a 1,000-year flood,
that's
but you never know.
Says, but you didn't know then. What makes you think you know?
Yes.
It's true. I think like where my house is, like it was in a flood zone at the time, and now they like rezone stuff, and so it's kind of like, okay, like would we have built here? Like I don't know, but
what happened with your rate? You may be grandfathered into where you still keep the same, and your rate.
I think so.
Because it's like the rate could be like from $450. They're talking about $250,000 being the max as for the regular flood, and then the premium being $450, jumping to like maybe $3,000, which is huge difference.
Yeah,
huge.
Man, yeah, Harvey. Yeah, that was crazy. Like it was, 1,000-year flood and all that that happens. But I mean, you never know.
You never know.
Whenever you get like if someone got insurance today for flood insurance, and then like there's something about flood, like when does that like able to kick in?
30 days out, unless you're buying a home and then you're closing on your home tomorrow. Then it goes for immediately.
So okay,
you close. It depends on that. But it's about today. It's storm coming. I need to go and get the coverage.
That don't work.
No.
Yeah.
Now with the windstorm coverage of that nature, well, if they hadn't shut us down from writing yet, you still can get it. But at a certain point, they say, okay, stop writing. You can't write anything right now.
Oh, whenever something's coming close,
if it's coming, they'll tell us to shut it down. But with flood, it is a 30-day wait unless it's a mortgage purchase.
All I can remember with like kind of a funny thing like with flood insurance was the picture of it was like all the houses flooded, and then there's one house that was burned down, and it said, when you don't have flood insurance, but you do have fire.
Oh, I saw that.
Oh my God.
I saw that. It was the middle of a,
I was like, that's funny. That's perfect.
Would they fight that? Be like, nah.
They'll look and see if it's arson or what have you.
Little foul play.
Because during Hurricane Ike, I think did Ike come through here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Ike came, and it was in Texas City. Had a house in Hurricane Ike, and the telephone pole fell on the house. House caught a fire. Okay, so windstorm said it's fire, it's not us. And farmer said no, it's windstorm. Cause wind blew down the pole, so it was a fight. Well, I agree with windstorm. That's fire. I don't care if it okay, but that's the wind pushed the pole, but it still caused the fire. The wind, I mean, it was wind driven rain is what they cover, and that didn't cover. That covers the house, not the pole. So we paid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Does farmers insurance not like you because you're going to fight for the man?
No, that's my job. And if I don't even be careful, Ricardo, I don't care if they don't like me, because my job is farmers don't pay me a dime. I just represent farmers, but if I don't get customers, they're not going to give me a dime. So in that case, I represent the customers. I'm going to fight for my customers, but at the same time, I'm going to protect the company. If you come in with some, fraudulent stuff, don't come to my office. I tell them, don't do it. I won't do it. Go somewhere else. I'm going to still do the right thing for my company. At the same time, I also protect my customers to make sure they do the right thing.
And that's kind of
someone's calling. Answer. We'll play one more.
This is Curt with KHN Radio.
Yeah.
Hello.
Our phone number is a Google Voice number, and it just rings our phone. But hopefully, we're gonna make some upgrades.
Okay.
Hopefully soon, and so we'll be able to patch it into the board and like hold it and stuff. So we're looking at that.
Yes.
It'll be fun. We're excited.
Are you done with the 21 day?
Yeah. Monday was our last 21, and so it was the last day. But yeah, but I've still been eating, kind of the same.
Okay.
So I lost 11 pounds, and they measured like, oh, your neck, you lost half an inch on my neck. I'm like, I lost half an inch on my neck. I had like half an inch on my neck to lose, but it's like interesting. So yeah. And then like different, they did like my arm, my waist, and like my hips and other stuff. Wow. So it was a little bit like, I think the smallest was like half everywhere, and the biggest was like 3/4.
That's good. So that's good. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
We just did fruits and vegetables. And then after day 11, we were allowed to do meat one time a day. So what I've done so far since it was over is just eat meat. Like this morning, I actually ate fish that I cooked last night.
Okay.
Because I needed something to eat. And that's all I had. I didn't have any I would have done something like that. But
okay.
So you feel better?
I feel better. I've been off caffeine now for probably about 28 days, and before like us getting here in the morning,
right,
man, we would like energy drinks, coffee to try and have energy. But now we're okay to where, and we haven't had caffeine in a long time. But like the first 4 days of the show, dude, it was like just like dragging in like, what's up? But
I'm glad you're on today and not earlier.
You're like, Ricardo, so like how people get caffeine headaches. We didn't have the headaches, but we had like just not that normal
Okay.
that we used to have.
Okay.
But we've been replacing it with just water.
Awesome.
Just drinking a lot of water. You should be
Okay.
drinking a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, Ricardo's been drinking a lot of water.
You got to drink it.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's doing me good too. I'm up to about almost 18 push-ups straight now.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
I love it.
18. Did you remember the day I did 350 in a matter
This
of
was
an hour?
Kurt. We did this. He was doing
you.
at the end. He was doing this we're like, you could do it, Kurt. Oh man, his arms are dead. It was it counts for the sake of sake of it.
Did you see the picture I texted you? By
Probably
the way?
not. Every day it added like 10.
It was 350.
Well, I'm almost up to 18.
Yeah.
350. It was. Did you see the picture of me from a year ago?
I did.
Look, that's from
Let me see.
me a year ago.
Wow.
When we were at Harvey.
Wow.
That's you?
Yeah.
Wow. You've
Isn't that
done
weird?
well. Yeah.
And he got a haircut in a year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Only
is there anything
one.
else?
You can see it in my legs. Oh.
No, yeah, you have. He's lost how much weight total? Like 20,
I'm down 28
28
pounds
since about a year ago. Pretty good.
Hmm.
So we got
I'll show
20
our Facebook
seconds.
page really fast.
Okay.
And then we can talk about Harvey and
Okay.
Yeah.
whatever else. The
Okay.
flood.
Okay. All right. I hear music.
Good morning. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. It's 10:39. This is Kickstart. I'm Gardy.
And I'm Curt.
We have two special guests in studio, Ricardo and Cindy from Farmers Insurance, hanging out, learning about insurance. Earlier in the show, me and Curt were talking about Harvey and how that played a role in our lives and our community's lives. And the major thing that happened was flooding. And so some people had insurance. I think a lot of people did not have insurance. Ricardo, is flood insurance something that y'all offer at Farmers?
Absolutely, yes. We recommend for everyone to get flood insurance, and there's a lot of people will say that we don't, it never floods here, but those are the people that certainly should get it because there's no telling where it might flood. So we encourage everyone to get it, and it's really not that expensive, in most areas, especially when they say it never floods, so they're probably in a good flood zone. That means that rate's gonna be like, say, on a max on a 250,000. That's about $450 a year.
Oh, that's not
very
bad.
reasonable. Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
So if it never floods there, then it's even more. It makes more sense just to get it because you never know. Like, why not be careful?
Exactly. Look at what happened with Harvey last year. Water everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. People were devastated because of it, and then they didn't have insurance. They had to fight and wait and try to get help from FEMA and what have you.
As far as the insurance goes, so like, let's say someone now they realize like, hey, there's the potential for these tropical storms or hurricanes. They started brewing, in the Gulf and all that stuff. You see it. Like, can someone go get insurance today, and when will that kick in?
I'm gonna let Cindy take it. Go ahead, Cindy.
The tropical storm?
Any of it.
Yeah. So for flood insurance, if you purchase the flood insurance today, it will take 30 days for it to kick in.
Okay. And what is the reason for that?
Well, it's because, like you said, the tropical storms are out there. They want to make sure that
you can't get it like the day before.
Yeah,
No.
You had prior damage.
Yeah, they're trying to like buy. Oh, here it comes.
And then
Here it
cancel
comes.
after
Yeah.
it
Right.
leaves.
Yeah,
And then
Makes
exactly.
sense.
Exactly.
Okay, yeah. So you got to play fair, not just try and use it for that. But yeah, 30
Yes.
days out,
Yeah.
that's fair enough as well.
If it's a new home, it's a new purchase, and you can get it then for the loan, it'll kick in.
Goes into effect on the closing date.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know what? So last year, I guess maybe about a little over a year now, I was looking at potentially investing in like a rent house or something like that.
Mhm.
And so I was looking at some and I'd actually put a deposit down or whatever you got to do. And then there was like a date, but I got out of it because I didn't have a good feeling.
Right.
But then a couple weeks later, Harvey rolls through and I was like, oh my gosh, I know for a fact I probably would not have gotten flood insurance because one, it never floods there.
Right.
And two, hey, I'm trying to pinch my pennies because there's some things I wanted to do
Yes.
as far as like, okay, I'm going to redo this and, rip this out. And I wanted to make sure I had the money to do it. And I'm really glad that I had that feeling and kind of trusted my gut and played it safe. And then, so I wouldn't have been in a situation where I would have been probably flooded and
Yeah.
very upset.
That's funny you say, because we had a client, he had this apartment complex property that he owned, and he would never carry the flood insurance, and he always wanted to be on the low end of all of the insurance for his property, and he wanted to pay this money. Well, he sold the property right before Harvey, and that property, the whole thing's underwater. He dodged the bullet.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, it was underwater. He sold it. He called me up and said, I dodged the bullet. Come talk to me. Let's insure everything properly.
Yes.
I'm glad you said pinch pennies too. There's one thing with insurance, that's where you don't want to skimp.
Mm-hmm.
That's the one thing in life. Insurance, make sure you have it.
Yeah.
You want a fair price, but you don't always want cheap. Because you get cheap, you're getting cheap. You get what you pay for.
Exactly.
And farmers all the time have the best rate. Sometimes we may be a little bit higher than other companies. But the thing is, like, I look at myself, having somebody like me to stand in the gap for you could be worth it to pay that extra dollars. And I learned that from a client, and this lady lived in Nassau Bay, and she was an older lady, and she said, I need you to come to my house. I said, I go out there, and she would go over her insurance and everything. And then she said, I'll call you back. I can check with another company. With the other company, we were $600 higher on a home. I'm like, ma'am, $600 or $600. We're not that much difference as far as the coverage. Go ahead and go with the other company. She says, okay. Well, she called me 2 weeks later. It's something about you I like. That $600 is more important to me to have somebody I trust. So I'm gonna go ahead and pay that extra $600. I'm like, you sure? So it's about doing the right thing. Yeah. And with flood, people need to talk to the agent, whether it's us or not. Talk to somebody about make sure they cover properly. And then if they want to talk to me, whether I'm their agent or not, I'd be glad to talk to them and won't charge them a dime. It's free because I want people to be covered properly.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I love stories like that. Right now it's 10:44. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Curt, can you let the people know who the guest is and maybe hit them with the jingle?
Yeah, we are farmers. Bump, 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 bump.
I appreciate that.
Is it getting better or worse as I'm doing it?
I think it's better.
It's just good every time you do it.
I think it's great.
You can't even do it bad. It sounds so good.
Do you have connections on who we can talk to about making this like the official jingle?
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure they want this everything, and we're gonna get you in, buddy. I promise you.
Kurt's gonna be the new voice.
I will be like State Farm. Oh wait, sorry.
He just got fired.
There you go. See, I just got fired.
Fire.
No, it's Farmers Insurance, and we are talking to Ricardo Daniels and Cindy Fisher. They're some of the best agents in the business. They're in Leak City, and we were talking. One of the things that we've been doing is focusing on local businesses and local partnerships here in the community, and that's one of the things that teaming up with like you guys.
Right.
You are in the community. You live in this area. You are a part of it.
Yes.
We go to church together.
When Harvey happened,
Mhm.
you went through Harvey as well.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about why that's important to be here in the community.
Well, you get to know your neighbors, and you have a relationship to whereas they need somebody to depend on, because if you buy insurance online, you're dealing with a person that you never see and never meet, that never come to your home, or you never can go to their office and really sit down and express what you need and what you want for insurance. And having someone here local is extremely important, just to have that person. You can look in that person's eyes and tell whether or not they're truthful, or they're honest, or they're trustworthy. And that's what's important about being local, and then you can go out. We as agents can go to the establishment to look at the business to make sure everything's proper. They got the proper fire systems in place, all these things. And it's good to do that, because a lot of times people will say this and that over the phone, and then there's a claim. The adjuster goes out and see, well, that's not covered. This is not covered. That's not covered. So we go out to the person, go and look at the property, look at what they have, what they're trying to insure.
Yeah,
and it helps them too.
It protects them.
Protects them.
You need this, and there's something they hadn't thought of. That you need to cover this. For example, if you're flying a drone and it hits a person, you need to make sure you cover it if it hits that person.
Yeah, because you'd have to pay for their injuries,
medical bills, and all that stuff.
That's right.
Bills,
They'll sue you.
everything.
They'll sue you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
I've
get
been sued. I hate being sued.
Yeah.
Yep. You need insurance for that.
Yeah. You need to cover it.
The other good thing about being locally too is we have discounts for our local firefighters and policemen, teachers.
Yeah.
People even in the medical field, nurses. And
Radio hosts.
Yeah.
Radio
Yeah.
hosts, people
We
that
cover
are,
everything.
I guess we're considered entertainment.
We
as
cover your
well.
puppies too, okay? We get your
Yeah,
puppies,
your
okay?
pets. If
Kurt has a cat.
You buy new puppies, new
Well-
kitten, your new pet.
You can insure anything, it seems.
We can take care
Kurt's
of
like,
them.
he had to come to Jesus moment just now. He's like, I can insure my cat.
Well, what can I get for insurance on my cat?
Like like medical
it's just
bills?
like health insurance. Yeah. The medical injuries, illnesses, surgeries.
Can I have like insurance to take my cat to the spa?
Actually, you can get the trim, the nails trim, and the hair. It pays for some of that too.
Do I just fill out the back of this sheet and we're good?
No, we need to see. We need to see papers for the little. What do you have? A kitten?
Oh, I have a kitten. That cat doesn't have papers.
It does have papers.
It's a street cat.
No, it's not. I still have it. I got it from the League City Pet Shelter.
Oh, it's a riffraff cat. I've seen Pip. And
I think you just hurt his feelings.
A little bit.
He's really sensitive about Pip.
Kurt's a cat man.
Oh my goodness.
I tell him it might be part of why he's still single, but I don't know. He started collecting cats and then they started disappearing and I didn't start asking questions.
Oh my goodness.
But you should have had insurance on all those cats. All I'm going to say.
Wow.
Yeah. Right now it's 10:49. We have about 11 minutes left. We're going to be on till 11. We're talking to Ricardo Daniels and Cindy Fisher, right? Is the last name? Okay. From Farmers. And you're local. I want to hear some of the like places that you go as far as like food, because we go to a lot of food places and I want to hear some of the favorite places so we can go check them out.
Go ahead, Cindy.
Well, actually, we have a neighbor.
Okay.
And Southern Boy Cafe. It's right next door.
I've heard of that.
It's a lot of
BOI. It's
BOI. Yeah.
Okay.
Southern Boy. Yeah.
Where's that? So that's close to y'all.
Right next door.
They're
B. We're C.
Southern Boy Cafe. Kurt.
Yeah, they have shrimp and grits.
Woo! Shrimp and grits. Kurt, we need to go.
They have a thick pork chop, and I say it's thick.
And it's good.
It's good. He's a chef. Everything's from scratch. He does everything from scratch.
Wow. Well, we need to check him out.
So he changes up his menu some. Some days he has his menu and he has just that, but some days he'll have a special and he'll throw in something.
Yeah.
Totally awesome.
Whenever something like that shows up, like it's the chef recommends or it's a special or it's like a featured item for a limited time, I'm like, that's what I want. I want that.
Yeah.
I may never get to eat this again. Mm-hmm. And if the person who's making the food says, hey, this is what you want, I'm going to listen.
He comes up with some strange stuff. I was like, what is he? He's like, just taste it. Just go with it. You're going to love it. I was like, this doesn't go with this, but it works. The flavors and stuff, it works. It's really good.
Kurt, we need to go.
Yeah, I went to a place in Marina Bay, and I can't think of the name of it. And we went there. It's a sandwich shop, I believe. Or I don't know if I went there or not. It was something on your site. But it's on Marina Bay. And we went there.
Was it Sloppy
That's
Nick?
it.
Sloppy Nick.
That was our friend from Texas Chronicles, Joe Perez. He's one of the sponsors here at the radio station.
Well, I don't know if you did it, but we went there and to go to lunch, and we was there about 11:15. It was a line out the door. So we couldn't go because my time is important. So, but it was out the door. I'm like, no, I really want to try. So one day I will. Maybe I get that 10 and wait till they open and be first in line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were outside.
Yeah. When Joe drops a video from Texas Chronicles, like, well, first of all, he goes to some of the best places around, so people pay attention. So we love Texas Chronicles, and Joey does some cool stuff for sure. Okay. But let's see, what other places Joe has done. He dropped one like a nutrition video. He's done some other stuff. But have you been to like Flippers and Dickinson? We did a video with them.
I saw that one. I want to try that.
Yeah,
I want to try it since it's 11:00.
There you go.
Flippers maybe today. Yes.
Have you had the Casper yet?
That's from the Texas
macaroni.
Pit Stop. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I really don't do the macaroni at all because when I was a kid, I just know everybody in the family love macaroni. But that's what's on that macaroni sandwich?
It's just brisket and mac and cheese.
Oh, they do that at Southern Boy.
They do?
You got a skillet with the brisket and macaroni and cheese and stuff.
Is it called a Casper?
No.
Well, then it's not as good as the Casper.
It's called something else, but it's piled. It's high. It's like.
Oh, I have a question for maybe this would be an insurance question.
Okay.
What about insuring me if I'm doing like an eating contest? Like if I go to like Red Oak Cafe and do like 18 pancakes, can I get insurance for that?
Event
again.
Woo! Event insurance. Yes. What kind of what could I get? Like if I like get like ill from it. Hospital bills. Would it cover the hospital bills?
Well, I'm gonna say yes to that because we're gonna insure you protect whatever that could possibly happen. So it's called on the liability policy.
What about the embarrassment of like if like something bad happens while I'm eating the pancakes
and you just choke up and die?
Yeah, or like the embarrassment of like I would never get my reputation back. Can I get insurance for that?
Insure your reputation.
Insure my
It would.
Well, maybe because like that's your livelihood where you're making money, possibly.
Ooh,
I have to check into it. I have to check.
I feel like the policy would be really affordable for that. They'd be like, well, what kind of reputation is this guy? Yeah, just pay $1 a month.
Wait, I work for the best of the best radio station.
That's true.
In Galveston County, KHEA Radio.
That's true.
Even if they won't give us the award because they won't make a category for radio.
Yeah.
Oh, it's one thing I don't want to forget about insurance. Medicare, people over 65, that market right there, they don't know, they're seniors, they don't know, and a lot of times there's so much they can get for zero and they're spending money. For a quick example, I had a client, she was spending $900 a month on medication. Her paycheck was $900. Well, after Ricardo left and sent it off to see if she qualified, and she did, now her paycheck is still $900 and her medication costs her pennies on the dollar, like $2 or $3. So it's cool to have a guy like me. Open enrollment for Medicare is October the 7th to December the 15th, unless they have a special needs, and that's anytime during the year I can go see them. So please call me if you need to talk about Medicare, if you don't understand and need help with it, for free, no charge.
Yeah. That's awesome. Health insurance is a whole different beast that I don't really understand.
Yes.
Man.
Yes.
It's always changing and you never know. And it's just like, wait, well, for me, it's like, hey, your policy is not a policy anymore. So here's the new options. And I'm like, well, this is more and less, this is like less coverage and more. And then it's like the new one comes out. It's been like that way for like 3 years in a row.
Yeah.
Every year. I don't know. But that's important too.
Yes.
It is.
Extremely.
Yep. Kurt, do you have
I'm out of questions.
You have health insurance?
No, I do not have health insurance.
I have a great plan. I do. I did so good. I just bought one for somebody else. I ain't gonna tell you who, but I did. But it's good.
Nice. Well, see,
And
here's the thing that I had when I went to go look at getting health insurance, is I was going through like the federal government's health insurance plan, and when I got done after I typed in all my information and what I make and everything, it was gonna be like $300 a month.
Yeah.
Plus, I would have to wait $6,000 deductible. And for me, as a young guy who's really healthy, like there's no way I'm ever spending
that much money, and then the $6,000. That's why I wouldn't sell it.
I was like, that's ridiculous.
That huge deductible, this amount of money per month,
because you have to do that deductible every year.
That's right. Correct.
So like I would, if I don't spend $6,000, then
you just spend it at $300.
Yeah, I'm just going through it.
I got something better.
You know what? Whenever I was working at AT&T and I had insurance through them, and they had raised it, but it still was like way better than what I'm doing now and stuff. But I had my appendix. It started to get inflamed and it didn't rupture, but they went and removed it, and that's the only time I've ever met my deductible. And I was so happy that I had insurance, because looking at the bills, that's ridiculous. Insane.
Yes.
So I had to pay. I think I had like a $3,500 deductible or something like that.
Even when you work for AT&T?
Yeah, it was something. It was a couple $1,000s.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
That's insane.
Well, the insurance isn't as good as it used to be, just like all across the board. Because I remember insurance at AT&T used to be like free. They didn't have to pay nothing. And then like they made it like $30 a month, and everybody was like, this is ridiculous.
$30, that's great.
Like $50, $80 a month and all that. And it's not. But what they do across the board is they encourage these health savings accounts, which I think it's a good tool. So like, hey, every time I get paid, put some money away. Yes. Makes sense.
Again, insurance is the most important thing.
Yeah. I'll get you a quote, Kurt. You don't smoke cigarettes or anything, we're good. I'll get you a good quote.
There you go. There we go.
Yeah, well, we're covered then. So it's right now 10:57. Listen to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. This has been Kickstart. Having fun. We have a busy week coming up. We had a ton of fun right now with Ricardo and Cindy from Farmers. If you have any questions for Ricardo or Cindy, feel free to reach out anytime you're watching this video later, and we'll get those questions pointed. Or Ricardo, what's your phone number to the office again?
281-280-9570. 281-280-9570.
Cool.
And my cell 832-630-0951.
I love it.
Located at 109 Meadow Parkway, Suite C in League City, Texas.
Cool.
And if you can't get to us, we can come to you.
Woohoo!
That works too. Thank y'all for joining us. I had a blast.
Thank
you. And you guys are gonna have to come back again.
Absolutely. We will, certainly will. Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
We will. Right. Thank you for having us. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much, Kurt. Both. Thank you guys so much.
So what do we got going on later?
Farmers.
There it is.
He just got $20 more bucks.
Yay!
What do we got going on later this week?
Tomorrow we have Al Garza of Al Garza Martial Arts in studio.
Premier Martial Arts. They have like a couple locations in the area.
Yes. So we're super excited to have him in the studio. He'll be in at 9 o'clock. We also have our giveaway video that is still on until Tuesday. So if you haven't entered to win the Skydive Galveston trip of a lifetime, then make sure that you go and find that video. It's on our Facebook page. Search KHEA Radio.
Y'all are on
Facebook, comment, and share, and you can enter to win.
You got to share the video.
We're doing it.
Okay. Well, no, I mean the skydive video. Well, here's the thing. So the cool thing about the skydive video, if you win, you're allowed to gift it to somebody, like a loved one.
Okay.
So if there's anybody in your
daughter
life,
could jump.
She would love to do it.
Yeah. If she wants to do it, or anybody, or some,
you got another loved one. Yeah, there's plenty of people.
As long as
Stacy, you could make Stacy, who was listening earlier, who called in and was like, "I'm getting all my friends to make sure that I win the trip."
There's like 5 people that have said like,
people.
"I hope Stacy wins," and then she said, "Hey, there's a skydive giveaway. I really want to win." So she's increasing her odds.
Oh,
wow.
So people are doing it specifically for her, which is pretty cool.
Okay. I'll share it then.
Yeah. And then also on Tuesday, we're going to have the mayor of Leak City in studio asking questions. I'm trying to get him to be a whole 2 hours because that would be awesome.
Bobby Hockey.
We've had Mayor Bobby Hocking on before. This is the mayor of Leak City.
Oh, Leak City. Oh, wow.
Pat.
Okay.
I'm going to ask him, do you have Ricardo Daniels as your insurance broker? And if he says no, which he may be, I don't know.
Right.
Why not?
Yeah,
I'm going to ask the tough questions.
Yes. Now, I could be glad to stop by City Hall and say, hey, hi.
Insuring the whole city.
And then be on the lookout. One more quick thing before we end. Be on the lookout next week, dropping a Bonnie's Donut giveaway video. Woo! We're doing four $25 gift cards.
You know what?
To Bonnie's Donut.
And y'all may be mad at us, but they literally said, hey, whatever y'all want to do, y'all can do it. But we didn't want to be like too crazy with it. We're like, we're going to give away $1,000 gift card. But we're like, so no, for real. They're like, what about like a couple of $50 or this and that? And we're just like, oh my goodness, what if we do like 4 25s? Because we didn't want to be, too.
We wanted 4 winners.
Yeah.
So increase the odds.
That's great.
It's 11 o'clock. This has been Kickstart. You're listening to KHEA Radio 99.5 FM. Coming up next is Building 429. We won't be shaken. We'll be back tomorrow, 8:30 in the morning.
See you guys tomorrow. We love you. 99.5 FM.
All right.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
All right. Bye, Facebook.
We love you. We started streaming live on YouTube. If you haven't
done so already, make sure that you are liking KHEA Radio. We love you guys. Bye.
Yeah, we stream live on YouTube.